Des, pull up with the bullshit.
Tell us more, Des.
Just saying they supposed to pop out on Friday allegedly. I don't know.
Des always be knowing about the hoes. This is crazy.
Big
Shout out to
304s.
the 304s in the building. Let me see who in the building. We got Captain Tazariak. What up, Cap? Great morning. We got Ray
Hey,
Gibbs
what's up?
TV. What up,
How
what up,
many
what
how
up?
many bitches you done told Grand Rising to today, Cap?
Hey, I don't say Grand Rising. That's
Keep it
blackity
real.
black folk.
Keep it
Blackity
real.
black folks say that. I just say
So
shalom.
what you be saying? What you be saying?
I just say shalom. That's it.
I know that's
What
right. I
what
thought he
what
was
does
going to
shalom
say,
mean? Get up or
Shalom mean peace. Nah, shalom just mean peace. That's all. So I just be like peace. I
so
always
I'm
ask people that say grand rising, do y'all say grand closing at nighttime, like when y'all going to bed? Do y'all
I thought
say
that was always that shit that I thought that y'all was the ones that was spewing
nah,
that shit over there.
nah, we don't
God
say
damn
that
it.
shit, man.
All
Nah, we don't
right.
say that. Yeah, we don't say blackity black folks say grand rising, you know, the
So you
conscious
hitting
people.
you hitting women with the shalom, no.
Yeah. Now I'm
Just
hitting
that?
women with
It ain't
something else, but in the morning I say shalom. Shalaki.
Ooh, ooh.
hey, salute that.
Depending on how you say it, the shalom could be smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, just ask them, they'll tell you. Shalaki.
It ain't just nothing that come after that though. It's just shalom.
Now it might be like shalom love, shalom babe, depending on the woman,
Is that Captain?
Just look,
Yes, that's
niggas
captain.
always gonna tell a bitch peace before we fuck they shit up. You know how
He
that
Oh
is.
really
no.
want to say,
You know what I'm saying? No,
Captain
I'm
really want to
playing.
say, Salam alaikum, but he don't want to say it. I get it though.
No, I don't say that. I say the Lakers almost won though. Shalaki.
Yeah, he wants to say Salam alaikum, so he cut it in half. I see you.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I'm not a Muslim. That's Muslims say that.
Yeah, but it's okay, Captain, if you're a closeted Muslim. It's okay. I
Definitely
understand.
not a closeted. I'm not a closeted nothing. That's I stay away from the closet. Shalaki. I'm not in the closet.
You know you can have multiple wives too in Islam, but
Shout
whatever.
out to the
Mm-hmm.
closet. Shout out to the
Yeah.
closet.
Shut the fuck up.
not the closet. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I stay away from the closet.
You don't even
Yeah,
put
but
your
y'all gotta treat
nonsense in
them
the
women
closet.
equally, and Islam drive them niggas insane. That's it. So I'm crazy.
Wait, Jewish people are not?
Nah, you don't treat nobody. Nobody gets treated equal. Period. You get what you
I
earn,
was gonna
or you
say,
get.
we're not, I was gonna say, and that's on what? The Gaza Strip, but whatever.
You said they strip at the Gaza. You said they be stripping.
No, you said it was crazy. I thought I heard that. I was
I
like,
said they go. No, they drive going crazy trying to keep all the women equal. Like if you get one woman a car, you gotta get all of them a car, one a house. That shit is insanity.
but that's fair though. You know this,
Oh, so
Not
Captain.
y'all
if they
treat
don't need
y'all
it.
okay. See, I ain't gonna lie, I kinda fuck with that. You gotta treat some bitches off merit. Like, bitch, you ain't did enough
Yeah,
to me
or
to be in
even
that though. You know what
right,
I'm
or
saying?
even just value. Imagine you got two wives. They both got vehicles at the time, and one person's vehicle breaks down or is gone, and then you get her a new vehicle. You're not gonna get the other one a new vehicle. She don't need a car. If another woman already has a house, one don't have a house, and you get her a house, she's not getting another. She already got a house.
No,
But
that's like
y'all,
sharing the tip jar. No.
No, but that's
So
your
who
wife.
gets the
You're
newer
supposed to.
car? Like, shouldn't they get the old cars, you think, or nah?
no. What I'm saying is like in a scenario where she needs a car, if she don't have a car at all, and you get her a car, I don't now have to go get the other woman that has a working vehicle a car automatically just because I got the other one. If I
And that's
want to get
what
the
Islam says.
yeah, Islam says you
Yes.
gotta treat them all equally. If you get one, you gotta get them all one. I'm not doing it. What if that woman a monster and this other woman is good? I'm not that I'm not rewarding the monster with no good shit and she horrible and shit like that. I ain't doing nothing. So even if financially, one you got let's say you got two kids with one, you ain't got no kids with the other. What you're gonna do for the one that you have two kids with is gonna be more than the other based on need. Like you're supposed to look at the scenario and say, okay, what does this person need and require and fulfill it. But you can't fulfill
Well,
something for somebody.
that other woman got to look at that. Like, I mean, that's your fault. You feel me? You the one that chose to have two kids. She over here with no kids. So that same little, 5,000, 6,000 he giving you, over here with them
Hmm.
two kids. She getting that over there by herself.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Just saying.
Yeah, that shit sound crazy. The Muslim men be going crazy. That's why they be beating them in Islam. They be going crazy trying to figure out.
Don't do that. I know y'all.
You know, in the Quran, you can beat your woman. So yeah,
With the strike of a feather.
shut. Wait, I don't know. Stop. It doesn't say in the
With the strike with the feather.
What?
in the
As light as a
Quran.
feather.
It does
That's not
not in
beat.
the
Yeah, shit.
Quran. It does not use the word feather. It does not. It first say you got to deny her in the bedroom. That's the first thing. So now you deny us, and this is if you think she going off, if you think she not listening, if you suspect that she not listening to you, you could deny her in the bedroom, and the last thing you could do is strike her. So first you ain't giving her no rod, which gonna drive a woman crazy anyway. If you have an issue, usually the rod could fix it. Then
But I
you're
mean
gonna.
that's gonna resolve everything right there at step one. You
That's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying. What if you deny it or if you give it?
No, deny the rod. Just like, all right,
It
bitch,
depends. It
ain't no
depends
dick
on
for
the
ain't no
woman.
dick for 2 weeks.
Nah, it depends on the woman. And then, so now let's say after you do that in the Quran, after you do that, she still ain't listening, you can hit her.
At the strike of a feather.
It's not the stop saying feather is not in the Quran. The word feather is not there. That's you saying that because well, you ain't married to no Muslim anyway. So that's why I don't even know you have this.
I'm not married in general.
Are you with a Muslim man?
So what would happen if you seeking out a woman of the Muslim community? Does she have to convert to be
Why are you asking Cap
whatever
like
you
she's a
fall under?
Muslim? Hello.
No,
He
he
only
asking
dates
me
with
if
Israelites.
no, hell, no,
No,
no.
I'm
I only
asking do
date.
he
The
gotta
better
like
way to
does
say it is, I
his
only
shorty
date Israelite women, whether they follow the Israelite culture or not. But to answer your,
you pigeonholing yourself out here, Cap.
no. No.
Yes,
Hear
you
what I'm
are.
saying.
It's so much other prominent, available pussy than
What
that.
other races?
No.
You talk about with black women, right?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. So when
Oh,
I
so
mean, I should have
y'all just
said
group all the black women under Israel,
right,
no matter
right,
what they
right,
are.
right, right. That's what I'm saying. Right when you talk
Y'all done
about
lost y'all fucking mind. Y'all crazy.
nah,
See, y'all be doing them little tricky things to fit with y'all. I'm seeing you niggas. Like, all right, okay.
no, man. So like to answer, you said, what if I dated a Muslim? Now, when you say Muslim woman, you mean a black woman that's just following the Muslim faith, right?
But you're saying though, any black woman is an Israelite.
Yeah, like y'all niggas is Israelites. To me,
No, he
all
doesn't call
y'all.
me an Israelite.
See,
He called me
that's
a
the
fucking
tricky shit right
Hamite.
there.
No,
That's
because
the
I'm
trick.
So,
African.
so,
He
so,
don't
what,
like me because I'm Hamite. Because I'm East
who
African.
said I didn't like you,
No,
Tyler?
you hold on. You guys
Uh,
call me a Hamite. You say I'm the child of
that don't mean
Ham.
I don't like you, though. But by
No,
identifying you ethnically as who you are, don't mean I don't like you.
because of where I'm from in Africa, he thinks we're Hamites, and honestly, I don't agree. What if I'm Semitic in heart? What if I
Okay,
am
let's say
Semitic?
if you Semitic, let's say if you Semitic, you could be Semitic but not Israelite because there's other tribes of Shem, Muslims, excuse me, Arabs or Ishmaelites. They're Semitic. Like Jewish people try to own that term Semitic, but Shemitic, with the proper way to say it, Shem, it just means you descend from Shem. When we say Ham, we descend from Ham. So from Shem comes the Arabic people, the Israelite people, the Chinese people, Japanese people. There's other people that come out of there. So just because you're Shemitic don't mean you're Israelite either. But to the
Hmm.
brother, so like we look at everybody as being, whether you call yourself an Israelite or not, we call you like so-called black, so-called Dominican, XYZ, because black is just a color. That's not who you are ethnically. So when we talk to answer your question, if I talk to a black woman and she following Islamic faith, by the time we consummate, she ain't in the Islamic faith no more.
Oh, so by the time you fuck her, it's over with.
Facts.
Okay. Just two more questions so we can get off this religion thing. Do y'all do bar
I didn't
mitzvahs or
think this was. Nah, we don't do no shit like that. That's
what about Yom Kippur? I know this
yeah,
is
we do that. That's Day of Atonement. That's coming up. I think on the 17th or the 24th. I forget the exact date. That's like Day of
24th. It's the
Atonement. Yeah,
24th, my brother.
yeah. Oh, look at you. Oh, you keeping it?
For
You
those
gonna
that don't
fast?
know,
That's
Me,
but
me.
I fast with the Muslims before I do with the Jewish people.
so you about to fast for 40 days out there starving for no damn reason?
Y'all only fasting for what 48 hours?
That's what the Lord said. You know, okay, so now historically,
Here you go.
Muhammad, listen, I'm telling you, Muhammad created that because the Jews rejected him. He used to keep that too. You know, he used to pray facing Jerusalem, not Mecca. He used to
It's
keep
one
Day
of
of
our holy
Atonement.
cities in Islam.
You
Yeah.
just went over my head. I ain't really that
Oh,
deep into. Yeah, I'm about to say.
okay, my bad.
I'm
Yeah, no,
hearing you though. I'm
because
hearing you.
when you say that when the Jews rejected Muhammad, that's when he started persecuting the Jews. That's when he switched from praying facing towards Jerusalem to say pray for face Mecca. Then he changed it to from Day of Atonement being one day to the whole Ramadan, however many days that is. Like he switched it up because he really before Muhammad, they Muslims had or Arabs had a god for every day of the year. And when he came and he
Hmm.
saw how the Jews had won, he, wanted to conform two sides. He wanted to conform and be the prophet over the Jews, and he wanted the Arabs to make him the prophet. So the Arabs said, okay, as long as you keep certain gods, that's why they still have the star and the moon, even Allah, that rock in Mecca that they circled 7 times, as long as he kept certain things, they allowed it. The Jews rejected it. And so that's when Muhammad started persecuting the Jews, and that's when the wars, kind of started like that.
We also, reject. That's not true, but we also do
That is
reject,
true.
say, idols. For instance, like when the Jewish people during their time of the month, say towards Christmas, you guys light the David's candles, right?
That's Jewish people, though. That's not, we
Yeah,
don't
but
do that.
that's a form of idolism, is it not?
I agree 100%, but that's idol worship, but that's not in the Bible. And you talk about Jewish people, like if you talking to me, you got to tell me what we're doing because Jewish people ain't even the Jews to even be doing what they doing over there. They wail at that wall. They ain't supposed to wail at no wall. What you just said, that bar mitzvah shit, that moyo shit, where they sucking little kids' penis, all the stuff that they do is satanic and idol worship. So I'm always going to agree with you there. But from a biblical perspective, you're not supposed to do that. And that rock that y'all circle, y'all say that's a meteorite that Abraham so-called resurrected him and Ishmael. That's an idol.
Is
And
that
y'all kissed,
Shadrach?
and they kissed the rock. They be dying over there circling that shit, making their hearts kissing the damn rock. Talk about that's Allah. Salaki. Sorry about that.
Feel like I didn't got my
Your dad, you started all that just
I
for the
didn't got
record.
my biblical teachings today. I just
Appreciate that.
awesome
Anytime.
grand rising.
See how that start? Shout out to Grand Rising, Grand Closing. Salaki.
But hell yeah though. What the fuck everybody else at?
You
Where
done
y'all
chased
at?
the
Where
Leah
y'all at with
out,
us?
this.
Nah, she didn't got a call. She probably
Hey,
closing
y'all can
some
find
shit.
me on
Yeah, she
Amazon now. I got
did.
my store created. If you ever want to get my butters, my orders, and stuff like that, you can find me on Amazon. I got my
Drop
site
the
for
link
you.
in the chat, fool.
All right, no sweat.
Drop it in the chat.
Shout out to the oils, the oils.
The oils.
Yeah, that's what he said, oils.
Oh, why is two of y'all
Yeah, the
on the
body butters
stage?
and the
Well,
oils, yeah,
since WAC
the beard
100 isn't
oils.
around, you're gonna need a new leader, so I nominate myself.
Huh?
Daniel, hold on. Let him.
Fuck
Daniel.
Daniel. Who the fuck
What
is
the?
Daniel?
The Wack knows Daniel the troll.
Man, Daniel could eat a dick.
I ain't
No,
about to
Daniel
try to
can eat
do.
five dicks. Daniel can eat five dicks. Them thin ass braids,
That
bitch.
nigga
What?
still
Okay, hold on. Let me
around?
ask Daniel a question. When Wack was in
Ask
Dubai
him
in
in the
London,
chat.
hold on. Why did you run from him? You know Wack pulled up on Daniel.
No, Tommy, for
Oh, y'all
real.
didn't know
Oh
this?
yeah,
No.
see niggas like 4, 5, 6. That nigga tried to pop in the room the other day. No nigga, you don't sit down
Yeah.
there in the goo, nigga. Nigga done pulled up on you twice. Attempted to pull up on you twice, and you done ran. I don't respect you. Nigga, you's a bitch.
It's big facts.
Point where he
So
got a slide on the nigga. Now for me, I ain't
He's a
gonna lie.
runner. He's a track
He
star.
ran away, and then what was hilarious was is when Wack was finally leaving, and when Wack touched American soil, is when Daniel was like, "Where are you, boy? Get your motherfucking ass up out of
Yeah, Daniel
here!"
been dick eating on this app for 3 years now. You know, he gets on his knees most definitely with his thin ass braids. He looked like a llama in the face, a camel in the face, bitch. Yeah, Daniel, I don't know why the fuck you came over here. I packed your ass up yesterday, bitch, but you seem to want to keep creeping over here and sucking dick every morning. I love that for you. You might as well be one of these yayas, bitch. Keep writing in the chat and run that shit up, bitch.
Yeah, first things first, you know that bullshit ass hat. You see his hair, right? You know he got that hat
Yeah,
from the
that
back of the
crusty
Buick.
ass
The hair
head,
came
bitch.
attached.
That nigga look like a llama in the face. Fuck is you talking about, you
What's
weak
that
ass? How
again?
you look like Squidward, bitch.
He's a Dubai sex worker. He's a Dubai sex worker. You heard it here from me first.
Yeah, I can't believe he a trick and a sex worker. That shit crazy, Tommy.
He went to Dubai to get shitted on and jerk off horses.
Oh wow, not bestiality. I hate
Yeah.
that for him
How do
too.
you think he
That
lives
shit
the life he
crazy.
lives? Yeah, he
But
does
but it's okay.
contract
He
work.
at the bottom because he is one. He a bottom of the barrel ass fuck nigga. So since he at the bottom, just say that you little bottom bitch.
He
You a
gets
little
ghost
bottom
hand
bitch.
jobs in Dubai.
Aaliyah's
Damn.
back.
What happened?
Yeah, finally. Hey sis, one mic on you. I'm sorry, I was talking to a bottom of the barrel bitch.
I left for 2 seconds. God damn. Y'all in here cutting up. Who the fuck messing with Naughty? Y'all better leave my Naughty alone.
No, it's this nigga that like to dick eat. His name Daniel. So, since I deal with a client named Daniel, I take care of these niggas. So I had to take care of that llama face ass fuck nigga at the bottom because he a bottom bitch. And he was sitting there talking about wax. So I had to eat his ass up yesterday, bitch, and let him know who I am, bitch. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Knucking and bucking and ready to fucking fight. Let's go. Make sure y'all
Yeah.
share the
You know,
room.
and Bucky.
Okay? Out here talking crazy. Out here talking crazy. But what's up, y'all? I don't want to just jump in the conversation, but before we continue with the nigga news, we definitely have to go to the other nigga news of the thugs of Trump. So it looks like CNN is turning on their own kind. CNN is recordedly reporting that the election may be closing in on Trump and his compadre. So they feel like he might be going to jail. I'm going to get into this article. And let's get into the political news for the week. And then we will definitely get back to the nigga news. But it looks like, the nigga news and the white people news is running neck and neck. They have zombies out here running our country. They're falling asleep at the podium. We other got, criminals with racketeering charges running for the presidency. Our great grandparents are probably rolling over in their grave. Shout out to Harriet Tubman. I just want to say, people say all the time, just to pivot, because y'all know I got ADD on top of the motherfucking ADHD. People like this.
I don't know where game went.
she got a phone call.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on with Trump. We gonna, wait to get that back. But see what the fuck going on with that shit. Tommy, it looked like you had one. You could run that. I guess while we waiting on her.
Oh, is she on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give a okay. So welcome, guys. It's the motherfucking morning show. You know exactly what type of time we're on. I'm gonna go grab my mic in the meantime, but my link is being weird towards me. But do you guys know that in Texas, as of today, September 1st of 2023, they passed 774 new laws?
The fuck type laws is that?
Damn, that's
Yes. Yup, 774 new laws as of today has been passed in the state of Texas. and we're going to get into it. So it says 774 new laws take effect in Texas today, and here are some of the notable ones within that. The Texas legislators passed 774 laws in 2023 that'll take effect on September 1st. The laws cover a vast range of topics, including transgender rights, street racing, healthcare, and more. And below are 30 of them who are noteworthy laws that have been put in place. Some legislations in litigation, such as the Death Star bill, this law would let legislation override local ordinances and ending protection in Dallas of 2015's.
Damn, what time he go?
Bad y'all, my damn phone.
Somebody
Somebody
muted
trying to
him.
sabotage the morning show.
I
What
was
the
like,
fuck
y'all
is
hear
going
me?
on?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
go
can
ahead.
Somebody
hear you.
muted him.
Did you
I
get
think I got a
muted?
call. So
Oh, I'm a,
So it says the Death Star. This is the Death Star bill. It says that requires rest breaks on construction sites in Houston, San Antonio areas, and El Paso will all sue to block legislation. But Dallas doesn't have a plan to join the suit, and North Texan citizens are also supporting to sue. That are Arlington, Denton, and Plano. Here are some of the LGBT issues: drag shows and sexually explicit performances. Here's another one. Um, Sexual oriented performances in front of minors will become a criminal offense under SB 12, and the law will ban or simulated groping simulated arousal and display of a toy if it done in prudent manner in front of a minor or in public property. Drag artists are filed to sue to block the law on August 2nd because they fear drag performances will be targeted by this legislation and vague wording. So apparently, and also will anybody who decides to perform at these drag shows will also be fined $10,000. And then there's some more attached to that as well. Um, it also says transgender athletes is another law that they passed. In the Save Women's Sports Act, SB 15 will require college athletes to play sports matching their biological sex and stated on their birth certificate. This law applies to Texas public colleges and also follows a similarly passed law back in 2021 called HB 25. The gender affirming care. Texas will ban gender affirming care for minors. This includes medication and surgery in SB 14. Ban transitions related care for transgendered minors, but Texas families and medical providers will try to block this bill by filing a lawsuit, and it will appeal to the Texas Supreme Court in late August. This will also allow the state to revoke any medical licensing of doctors who provide treatment or hormonal treatment like puberty blockers or hormone therapy to minors to transition a child in sex. Update, and then they're talking about the Supreme Court and what they're going to do. So there are a lot of people trying to countersue all of these new laws. Education issues. Chaplain in schools. A new state law will allow school districts to replace counselors with unlicensed chaplains. I don't even know what that is. I'm pretty sure it probably has to do with something religious. Districts will need to vote to implement the volunteer chaplain program within the next 6 months or the last week. More than 100 members who are clergy members issued an open letter to all Texas school members urging them to reject it under SB 763. School security guards. To ensure the school's safety after all the school shootings, HB 3 will require armed personnel at every school campus. And this was response after the unveiled massacre back in 2022 and finding funding in the workforce to meet the mandate. So they're arming security guards at school. Book bans. It says another new law under litigation requires booksellers and vendors to assign books with sexual content, assign ratings with them with sexual content, as schools will have to get their parental consent before a child can access any sexually relevant material. So I'm pretty sure this has to do with a lot of the LGBT books or any kind of smut kind of books, so kids will not have them. They also have an anti-drug curriculum. They have a diversity and equity and inclusion ban. So apparently they're looking to not be more inclusive at school campuses. So I'm going to go through them. They have life support bans too, or bills that they're passing, lower price medication, rural healthcare, medical for new mothers. They have a tampon tax. They added that too. They have some driving ones, so sidewalk, street walking, electric vehicles, toll road bills, fentanyl deaths, progressive prosecutors. Yeah, they have a whole lot of other bills.
Ain't gonna lie, Tommy, it's some good shit in there.
There is some good shit. There is some good shit. There's a hair discrimination bill, which is called the Crown Act, which also is known as HB 576, will make discrimination based on hairstyles and texture associated with race illegal. Um, yeah, let's go. I'm actually kind of supporting some of these. These aren't even bad.
The tampon tax one too. That's it's removing the tampon tax. I guess there was like any tax associated with buying like feminine products or anything like that. Well, not just all feminine products, but tampons in general. That tax is removed.
Actually in support of a lot of these new bills that they're passing, new laws that they're passing, because I think it benefits a lot of other people. I'm in support of it. I think that I've already said before, like, I don't want to fight trans people in women's spaces. I think one thing that's always been a bigger concern to me is women having access to, say, healthcare, or being able to see doctors like gynecologists, or being able to have access to, say, things like tampons, diapers, birth control, emergency contraceptives. That's more of an issue to me because that's a very real thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm looking. I mean, more so when I'm looking at this joint, like I see the drag thing. That transgender athletes they're making. I guess the women. Well, the biological women out there participate in women's sports, and the biological men out there participate in men's sports, and you got the gender affirming care. So I guess they're not paying for kids or whoever it is to have that, I guess, switch surgery. So it's a lot of shit in there. There's some good shit in there, and there's a lot of like little random shit in there too, like the Death Star shit. Like it's a lot of just just crazy shit in there, but and good shit. So
Yes.
it's balanced.
Yeah, so
I
for
heard them
Lasha
all.
S said in the chat, the non-licensed Champlin thing is weird and dangerous. And what's interesting about that is when I read into it, there is a lot of other clergymen or clergy people who are actually going to Supreme Court and filing to sue so that doesn't happen. It seems that the clergy, what they want is they want real licensed medical professionals working at school sites, say counselors, people who actually have degrees and doctorates versus people who are religious figures in these schools. That's what it's referring to. But as soon as I read that, I was like, I'm pretty sure this has to do with something religious. But outside of that, I do agree with a lot of what they're passing in Texas. Now, I don't know what the ins and outs are, how some of these might end up getting swapped out because this has happened before. They have a lot of ones with the transgendered issue ones, but and then I think another one to point out that was really important is school guards having school security guards being able to be armed at every school campus, not just specifically certain ones. Let's say hypothetically private schools or charter schools, or even these schools where these students are paying tuition, they have more access to better things. It's the fact that they're allowing armed guards in all of these schools to protect the children. Doesn't matter where you're from. I think that's a really good idea.
Do you see where they have like the electrical vehicle tax? So because the electrical vehicles don't pay tax on gas or just get gas in general, they have a $400 registration fee and a yearly $200 renewal fee. So it's going to be cost $600 a year just to register that to have that electric vehicle registered. But I mean, once you look at it, I guess compared to gas, that gas cars are cars that pay for gas are purchasing yearly. I guess it kind of it probably still doesn't even equal out for real.
I think we're finally moving to a point where we're going green for the first time. These electric cars are helping that. And yeah, do people who own electric car pay significantly less in what they do to fill up their tank? And they're not filling up their tank, they're charging their tanks up. Yes, it is way more cost
That's
effective.
some white Republican shit though. They the gas is, I guess, an oil, like crude oil or whatever is big down in Texas or something like that. So I feel like they had to find a way to stick it to them a little bit, because the electrical vehicle, I mean, it's like, come on now, like they paying, whatever it costs. Like, say if they charging it at the crib, or they going to, a portal or whatever, they're paying for to charge the car up. And you just said, fuck it, you niggas ain't paying for gas, so $600, niggas. But
Yeah, you pay a little bit more for an electric vehicle, but you get way more bang for your buck. Like long term wise, it's a better investment. You pay less over time, but the amount of money that you put into your tank versus that of what you actually put in your electric vehicle, you save a lot of money. So of course they're going to try to figure out some way that they can, I don't know, monopolize on the situation. They're going to figure out something. Am I mad at it? No. Am I still going to get an electric vehicle? Absolutely. It's not
you
gonna
want an
sway me.
EV?
I definitely want an electric car. I support it. I've already said before on
See
this
that
stage
a
months of
lot.
times.
I think EVs are good for women, well, the women that don't like drive and like go places. Like, if you just in the city and popping around here, popping around there, going to Whole Foods or whatever, coming back home, and probably going to Pilates class. Tommy, I don't know, you probably do weird shit like that, but
Not too
you know what I'm
much.
saying? Pilates and going back
I
home,
go to
like,
hot
that's
yoga.
cool. Yeah, like, that's cool, but I don't know, man. I need gas because I need to be able to move. I can't risk, like, oh man, you only got 70 miles, to empty, and you possibly gotta go 50 miles off the way to find a charge, and I don't know. I ain't fucking with that.
I think they just trying to even the playing field. The gas, companies are pretty big in America, and with the tax incentives that you get from the electric car, I think it's just a swap for the charge that they're gonna charge you for that registration.
And I still don't even think, but when you scale it out, like the tax, that, because I think it's like 20 cent per gallon that the Texans are paying for gas. I mean, even once you scale it out, depending on your vehicle use and how you drive your vehicle, that $600 still don't amount to what a gas driver is paying at the pump. Uh,
So, the electric companies are giving you a separate plan if you got an EV to save you money there too.
so they rolling out plans, like yearly plans, like, all right, we charging this amount for per gallon. If you enroll in this, like, that's like almost like once you buy the vehicle type shit, or
You want to answer that, Lebo? Because
Yeah, so basically, once you buy an electric car, you call your electric company, and they have electric vehicle plans that they can put you on. So, like, say, if you charge your vehicle during the daytime because you got a nighttime job, they'll
mm-hmm.
give you a break on that, or vice versa. If you charge your vehicle at night on non-peak times, they'll even throw in extra incentives.
Oh yeah, that's smooth, then. That's smooth. You
I
fucking
mean,
with
you're
the
definitely
EVs, Lebo, or you ain't?
me personally. Nah, I'm not yet. I probably in the next 2 years though. I definitely gonna buy one. It's definitely going to happen. My son has a Tesla, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. I like the way it drives. However, I just don't like the mileage that you get on them. Like, I don't want to be going somewhere, get up and moving, and got to pull over to a supercharger station for 30 minutes.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing with me that I ain't really fucking with. You probably fuck around and get that Tesla Roadster too, Lebo. That shit, I think that goes
that is
0 to 60
such a
in
sexy car.
1.9.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's gonna have to have like some plaid status or something like that.
I
Yeah, see,
can't
I
believe he
drove
hates
that. My bad,
Des.
Tommy.
He hates the Lucid. Can you believe that? He does not like the Lucid. I
Yeah, I
cannot
don't
stand.
like that. Damn, that
They
thing
are,
look
they
like
are,
it
they
look
are.
like it's too short. It look like your head gonna get cut off in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It look like the top's supposed to be about 3-4 inches taller.
I like see. I drove the Tesla Model X. It was the P100D one, and that was cool. Like I fucked with it. Like it handled it. It got up. It's just the moving that fast, that quiet. Like I don't know. I just that's something to get used to. But um, I don't know. The short amount of time I did drive that vehicle, it was cool. It was cool.
I would love to just if it's I don't know if this is even possible because I haven't looked into it, but can't I order or buy a portable at home charging station and just keep it there? I will pay extra.
You
Yes.
could plug it up to your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you just got to convert it to 240 volts, and you're good. Obviously, if you have solar, you save even more money. But that when you plug it back into a regular 110, that shit is like at a snail's pace. You're gonna be there forever waiting for that car to charge.
I just do overnight. I'll just charge it up, leave my timer on or alarm on, and then go outside and unplug it if that's the case. But see, there's like ways to get around it where you don't necessarily have to go to these charging stations and pay however much and be there for 45 minutes when I can just charge my vehicle at home and then go about my day, and I wouldn't have to charge it until what the next day and just do rinse and repeat. I think everyone should go green. I've been for the past however long telling people on stage, I don't care who my president is. I don't care who's in office. As long as there's somebody that has my best interest and that's going green or creating the green deal, I'm for it. I want better for my environment. I want better for this earth. So then the kids of the next generation, the generation after, have a place to live in. Take a
But
good look at
I
this.
can say
Fuck
this
them
though,
kids.
Tommy. Like I feel you. I feel you on going green. I feel all of that. I share those same sentiments. The only sticky area where we get into with going green is these battery disposals, and that's one thing I've been looking at just on the investing side is finding battery disposal companies because I think that's going to be a big thing, especially getting into these upcoming years because it's going niggas going to have to dispose of those batteries somewhere or be able to do something to maybe reuse or recycle them bitches. If not, I think that'll fuck up the environment just as much as the regular shit that we doing.
And then when it freezes, you can't even charge your car, man. And then I got stuck in the Tesla. I got stranded for 6 hours. I was in the Tesla stranded. I had to look on YouTube how to get out the car, bro. I was like, oh no, I ain't never doing this shit again. So I'm cool off Tesla because that shit once your battery going low, bro, you need to get some charge. So I was like 15 minutes away from the station. I'm thinking I'm gonna make it. Next thing you
I mean, they gonna
Elon,
have. I
Elon, or
mean
whatever
that.
the fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that's gonna come with that though, Naughty. Like a lot of
Yeah,
people like
carburetor gonna blow up too. So
yeah, like everybody gonna try to sue them. They gonna try to sue the company. I mean, corporations and shit like that. They prepare for that type of shit. They put money aside for that type of shit. So even if that is the case, it just is what it is. But that ain't gonna stop nothing you got going unless it's like 50,000 vehicles blew up or what like that. It ain't gonna mean nothing.
right.
Des, going back to what you said about the batteries, right? I think, you can't take a positive without a negative. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And with regards to, you say the gas combustion or the pollution that the gas is given to the atmosphere and the environment with the ozone layer and then just people's health in general. The battery situation, I think, can be taken care of. Obviously, it's going to have to be somewhat of a recycle program to
Yeah,
where they get it, you know what I'm saying, and then actually just dispose of them properly, have facilities that can actually do that type of stuff. But on a larger scale, I think the environment, pollution, the ozone layer, and the safety of our future generations is more important than the battery.
I feel you that, and I mean, I get you on that. It's just crazy to hear, and I share Republican ideologies with some Republican ideologies, and it's some of them motherfuckers that don't even think the climate change or anything like that is real. They
That's
just think
because
that's just
they know that shit real. That's just not fitting in their agenda for whatever
yeah.
shit that they want. That's all that is.
Hey, believe or don't, dog. Like the semi truck I drive be like a kill switch. Like when I go on a home time, I just had it off.
They do. However, when you buy a car and you pay for all these functions and different amenities that it has, i.e., dash cams and 24-hour security, so you know somebody breaking in your car. Do you really want to put that kill switch on when you pay for all that shit?
But like, you say it was on 30%. So you said like in the morning you gonna go charge it up.
Yeah, I get you, but if you live in an area where crime is at a high rate, and you charging your vehicle, and now you just disabled all that, and criminals, we got a few on the stage. They could tell you, they'll know if that Tesla don't have that that security feature enabled. And a Tesla is not hard to steal. Anytime I could start a car with a phone, get in it, and drive away without a key, that's a security risk in my name.
That's a fact though. But hell yeah though. I don't know. We gonna see a lot coming from it. I think Cali, when do y'all have to go electric? 2025,
20,
2026,
I think it's 2035. The car
2035.
industry
Man,
stops making gas
2035.
cars.
But that's across the United States. I thought Cali had somewhere y'all had to go electric like quicker than that. I think I may be tripping.
Yeah, I ain't seen that, but anything's possible in California. Yeah, we got the worst smog in the nation.
That shit is
I'm
crazy.
going in and out.
I
Nah,
think
you in the
that's
mix.
BJ. Is it BJ?
Nah, that was a big amp.
Yeah, I support it. I want to go green. The greener it gets, the better it gets for me. And so that is what I am. Will I get a Tesla in the next year? Absolutely. I'm planning on it. That is my goal.
Which
And I'm gonna
one
get
you
it. I
want?
don't care if it's a goddamn Lucid, huh?
Which one do you want?
Maybe I'm getting a motherfucker. Maybe I'm getting the Tesla Model S, the new edition. I know that now they have new ones. They've updated the doors on the car, and I live in
Uh,
winter, and I can't afford my doors freezing. Okay, I need fucking handles, so I'm getting I'm getting the custom build your own Tesla, and I'm getting it with the handles and the self driving. And I know they're getting rid of the self driving soon too.
uh,
Apparently, they're trying to cancel the self driving feature, so I'm gonna try to snag one before then.
Get to a Tesla.
I
Like
know
that's
you in
what
that truck, big amp, but it ain't working today, ganger.
Tommy, you need to get a moped with a cover on it for the winter.
That's what's not gonna happen, okay, sweetheart. I'm getting a Tesla. Choosing a Tesla. So, in other news, right? It says Proud Boys Joe Big sentenced to 17 years in January 6th sedation of the city-ish conspiracy case. It says Biggs it served as an instigator and leader during the Capitol attack. Prosecutors said Zachary Rahel and other Proud Boys convicted to conspiracy was sentenced to 15 years. So it says Joe Biggs, a Proud Boy leader convicted of serious conspiracy, who the government says has served as an instigator and leader during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, was sentenced to 17 years in federal prison on Thursday. It is among one of the longest sentenced in Capitol riots cases. The record is the 18-year sentence given to the Oath Keeper founder Stuart Rhodes, which was also convicted of can't say that word today. What the hell? Conspiracy after prosecutors sought 25 years in federal prison. The government sought 33 years for Biggs, an Army veteran who sustained a head injury in Iraq and was correspondent for the conspiracy website InfoWars. And prosecutors argued that he was a vocal leader and an influential proponent of the group shift towards the Capitol violence. It says that he used his outside public profile and his military experience as he led a revolt against the government in an effort to stop the peaceful transfer of power. U.S. District Judge Timothy Kelly, who handed down Biggs' sentence, ruled earlier that in the hearing that Biggs tear down a fence between the police and rioters qualified him for terrorism sentencing enhancement sought out by prosecutors, destroyed the fence by deliberately and meaningfully stepped in the contributed to the disruption of electoral vote count that occurred in the Capitol, Kelly said. So the Proud Boys are going down. This is what you get for fucking with the Capitol and committing domestic terrorism. What else did you think was going to happen? But what do you guys think? You guys think about these boys getting slapped down with treachery, treason, and terrorism?
That's good for their ass. They should get more.
Unfortunately, I think Trump wins and then he pardons all of them.
Did he at least like help with their legal fees or attorney fees or something?
I mean, not trying to run for president, but it'll be silent. They'll get out eventually. That's just an opinion, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna take care of them.
I find it sort of funny that people who claim that they're patriotic, right? Like they classify themselves as hardcore patriots who love this country, will allow this revolt to happen on U.S. soil and an attack to attack our country's capital. Doesn't that seem very hypocritical to everyone in this room? Because it seems hypocritical to me. You guys define yourselves as true patriots who love this country and want to keep it the way that it is, yet you attack this country's capital. That seems very
That
odd to me.
that's the whole point of they push though. They feel like the people in power now are going against the grain of the true um American standards and what they what they have in their vision of it. And their vision of it, there is no Obama as president, and there is no LGBT movement, and in their idea of the old America, the what I'm saying, that's not they don't feel like it's what it is. It's being changed. Like, do I agree with them? No, but I mean, like, then again, in their old way of way they think, yeah, this shit is definitely way 100% different than what their quote unquote, forefathers and the pictures they want to post on their walls of great white people. That's not what they envision. That's not what they felt like they envisioned this to be, and it's definitely different than what.
And I'll be the devil's advocate in that too, along with what Zine just said, right? I mean, how many people on stage would think that because of our society and the way life has changed, technology has changed, people have changed, feel like the Constitution that the founding fathers wrote needs some adjusting due to the time we live in. And that's not either good or bad. However, I do believe that the verbiage in the Constitution is a bit vague and can be interpreted in many different ways.
I agree with that.
Cause you right, Lebo. Cause back then they were, they wrote it and they were there to implement what they actually meant. Generations. We got this saying in Islam: 3 generations after the prophet will no longer be of him. You know what I'm saying? And 3 generations later, telling the story that your grandfather wrote in a very vague language, in a like with no white, black, Spanish, or gay or Jews in their mind when they wrote it. Like, yeah, bro, it's a different time, Tommy. It's definitely different. And those Proud Boys want to stay that way, and that's what they're pushing for. Just me being Dev's advocate on what they're talking about.
Yeah, I have
And I
an
mean,
issue with them wanting to take away things that, as far as our black people that made this country who it is, trying to erase us, trying to erase the history of us, because we all know we don't have our pure history. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. I think that Black history should be celebrated because we are a part of America, a big part of America. Changing that, especially in the state I live in, it seems like they want to go back to them that racism, slavery type of stuff, where we don't have the same rights they do, where we don't get the same type of acknowledgement as they do. I have an issue with that. And that's why it's hard for me to support Trump, because I don't care if people say, "Oh, he don't care. He just cares about himself." He doesn't care if people are black or white. He don't give a damn. But still, when you're allowing your supporters and you're not telling them, no, we need to come together as a nation, but let's separate y'all here and there. And if the Proud Boys support me, then I'm gonna go ahead and support them. That type of shit I don't like, because even if you're not saying it outright, you're helping that perpetuate that hate and that evil in this world. We don't need that. We need less of that, not more.
I think I'm gonna be the devil's advocate again on that as well. Um, we do it in this room all the time, right? It's reverse racism. That shit is real. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all probably gonna persecute me for it, but it's real, right? So, looking at the other, another way to look at it, even when it comes to the history, right? At what point, right? Is it 100 years? Is it 200 years? Not saying that the history should not be known by all. However, how much hate comes from that when it's being taught as well?
In what sense? Like hate towards us because the truth comes out, or
No,
we
no.
hate white people?
Actually, that you feel a certain way about white
Oh,
people while you're in school. Like say 50 years from now, right? They're teaching, the world is more diverse because for every year we live, there's more biracial, there's more intermingling of the races. Pretty soon it's going to be, if it stays the way it is within 100 years, no one would know a race, right? You're going to know black, white, or different. But as far as ethnicity, it's going to be hard to tell, right? But if you're teaching this in a class in 50 years, right, how much hate is actually brought to the table in that classroom by even bringing up the pain and the suffering that people have gone through history, and how does that affect that racism or reverse racism to just continue it? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just being a devil's advocate to see how it'll actually affect our young people from 50 years from now, 100 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Where it's always woken up, and now you're having protests and rallies, and every time something happens to somebody black or something happens to somebody white, there's a racial divide because of they're keeping it alive.
but
But
see, Lebo, I
Lebo,
look at
there
it as a story of triumph. I look at it as a story of resilience. When you speak about the black people in America, everything that we have done up until this point to get equal rights, and the white people that has helped us along the way, I think injustice, whether it's done against a black, white, Hispanic, whomever person, should be everybody should stand up against that. There shouldn't be a divide.
And I,
I
I
feel like
agree with you. I agree with you
you know
100%. What I'm saying is a lot of us are going to look at it that way as triumph. We overcame and look where we were and look where we are today. And at the same time, you're going to have those people, look what these motherfucking white crackers did to us. We should get them back.
Believer, who
How we gonna get this
believer,
400 years back?
who's keeping the racism though, right? I think that
I think
they've
it's
done this
everybody.
to
Everybody.
yeah, but I think that they have done this to us, right? But this is our lineage. Like this is what happens to us, right? Like we don't have we're not from Africa. We're from America. So when I'm trying to figure out what happened to my ancestors and things like that for them to overcome certain said things for us to get the rights that we deserve, I think that should be taught, right? Because oftentimes niggas be forgetting what our ancestors have done for us to even have the said rights that we do have, and they're still treating us like trash. They want to take this out of school for their benefit. At the end of the day, it's for their own benefit. So they can still do racism. They still can do whatever the fuck they want to do to us and still take our rights and our livelihood. So I don't agree to that. How you gonna enslave us, fuck us over, and then don't tell us what how you fucked us over and still continue to fuck us over?
No,
That shit weird.
And that's
I
why
agree with that
people are even
100%.
still tripping about it in the first place because it's like, okay, you want to take it away, but you still do it. So it kind of lets us know where we still are and like what we really still can't stand for and be blind to. So I think that it still needs to be taught. And the only reason why it would be a problem with it is because people know it's still happening today.
And those are valid points. And just like the Indians, right? They still teach American, Indian shit, Native American stuff in school, and because of the sensitivity of it, I think that's taught in a little bit different light. I'm pretty sure they've taken a lot of the brutal stuff that white people used to do, like scalping and shit like that. As far as the visual aids, that's probably not as prevalent as it was when I was in school. But again, it's I don't believe it should be stopped. But like you said, you brought up a good point about the statues being taken down, stuff like that. But when you live in that, and someone from the West Coast is going to think of it differently than someone from the South.
That's
I've
a
learned that in the last couple of weeks because you guys get hit harder with it. It's more prevalent. You know where these people are. You know the neighborhoods they live in. They do rallies. They do get-togethers. And I went to a place called Pensacola, Florida, and they had a sign right on the corner of the main intersection say, "Niggas, don't let the sun hit you on the way out," with Confederate flags in that whole neighborhood. And I was
Oh
like,
shit,
whoa.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So does it exist? You goddamn right. But as black people, we got to find a way to where the divide strengthens our community, but also at the same time don't persecute those who don't need to, be talked about. Right? Cap probably can talk about it better because that's why my division with Cap is that he made the statement, "I'd never shake a white man's hand," and I'm like, God damn. That's pretty deep for me because there's some motherfucking great white people out here, and I won't take that away from them.
I think it's all about your perception and where you're from. Like you're right. Geographical locations really determine like you and how you view that. Right. Someone from the West Coast isn't going to necessarily experience the same things that people from the South, and the people from the South tend to experience more advert racism when the rest of us really experience PC racism. Right. For instance, I never ever in my life, this is a personal thing. This is for me, right? So don't get offended, don't get up in arms, all of that. I don't feel oppressed. I've never felt oppressed in my life ever. I never seen any of it until I moved to Chicago. The first time I actually ever felt real discrimination and or racism is by the time I was like 19 years old living in Chicago. The first time ever. That's a real experience for some people. Here in the far north, I don't see that. I don't experience any of that. But I
I
digress.
I have to be honest with you, Tommy. I haven't either. Living in Massachusetts, even living here in Florida, I've never experienced that. But I do have a girlfriend that lived on South Beach, and she would tell me how nasty and how rude the white people were to her. When like different types of things. I'm like, I've never experienced that, so I could sympathize with her, but I can't honestly say that I've experienced it myself either. I've always had friends of different races. My nephews are half white. My kids are half Hispanic, so our family's always been inclusive. We have pretty much every race in my family except for like Asian. But other than that, we have everybody. So it's always been very inclusive. It's always been very loving. So when I hear people preaching hate against any race, that shit just pisses me off because you can find good people no matter where you go, every race. Those ones that stand out are the ones that are spewing the hate, and it's bad for the ones that don't think that way because everybody gets lumped into the same category. You're supposed to judge somebody on their character and how they treat you, not the skin color, not their sexual identity, none of that stuff. None of that should matter. A good person is a good person. And I feel like trying to erase or change
100%.
too much is taken away from the fabric of us. I just don't believe that. My kids being Hispanic, some of them are light, some of them are a little bit darker. They have different kind of hair texture and stuff. They don't speak Spanish, but you can tell that they're mixed. And my daughter got hate on Facebook because she was standing up for black rights, and they're telling her you can't stand up for black rights because you're not black. I'm like, excuse me. Her mother is black. She came from a black woman. She's always going to be black. She identifies as mixed because she is Hispanic and black, but don't strip that from her. So I have an issue with that. Young and old alike, white, black, whatever, we always got to find a reason to exclude somebody. It's like just, you know, um, look at people for who they are. This racial shit just I don't understand it, and I just want it to stop. I know it's been here forever, so it's a long road, but I think teaching separation and removing people's culture and history is the wrong way to do it. I think we should celebrate each other.
Definitely. I think
That's
I think the
real.
wave of the future is diversity. I went to a room last month on the other side of the app where they were telling mixed people, right, biracial people, not to claim black. It was wrong. They don't have no place in it. Blah blah blah. And I was like, these motherfuckers done lost their goddamn mind. And now that's what I talk about reverse racism. Now you got biracial people who are black, who have been raised black, lived in black culture, and then you have black people telling them you can't identify as black. You need to identify as biracial. It's crazy.
I think there's always a double-edged sword to everything. For instance, like let's say someone brought it up in the chat here, like segregation, right? Like I didn't personally. This again, this is my own experiences, so no one feel ways of how I feel. This is my experiences. Again, like I said, I've never really experienced any form of discrimination and or racism growing up. That's just not my experience, and that's a valid experience, right? Until I moved to Chicago. When I moved there, that's the first time I ever felt like as an outsider or any form of like servers not wanting to serve you, right? Like real discrimination. And I realized I was in a very segregated city. The experiences here for individuals are going to vary based off your geographical location. But here's a debate that I seen on Clubhouse, say about a year ago. It was, so I'm gonna bring up Danielle. Let me bring up my sister from Pagoo. But it was a debate on whether we went segregation or not. Like, was segregation a bad thing? And this was a black space that held it, right? There people. There's one side that believes that integration is how we as a people or or people of a community are going to move forward. There are other people saying that no, if we try, why would we want to force ourselves to be in these spaces or integrate ourselves when we can build our own spaces? I think that's a great topic. But I just wanted to bring that to the floor. Like, is segregation bad? Do you want to be in your own spaces with people who are more of a fraction of you and build from there? Or do you want to integrate yourself and force yourself into spaces with other people?
I think
I
once you
just,
do that, like you pigeonhole yourself. And I mean, I know the segregation talk or whatever, but we haven't been segregated fucking since slavery. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Plus,
We
there's
literally,
too much of a melting pot.
yeah, like it just never happened. So I do think this right. So in regards to slavery and shit like that being taught in schools, I do think it should be taught. Now, whether that invokes somebody to feel some type of way or whatever, that's just within their right to feel that way. I guess it just is what it is. Until we stop talking about, the Holocaust and, different shit like that, or, 9/11, or all this other random shit, I don't feel like we should stop talking about slavery. It just is what it is.
Okay, let me make an
You make a good
announcement.
point with that.
Jam and Papa, I saw you guys were in the chat that you guys want to come up. My trigger finger is on lock right now with both of you guys. So come correct on this stage. Yeah, and change y'all PTRs too if you on the stage, a 100 side stage right now. Respectfully, we are on the free whack movement. If you don't want to change your PTR, that's cool. We just gonna have you chilling the goof for today. But thank y'all. We're all welcoming new voices, but don't think my finger is not on that trigger. It's locked and loaded. So, go ahead, Jam. What did you want to say?
Good morning. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying because y'all brought something to my attention. I used to catch a lot of flack from people in my community because I'm from South Florida and we real big on like football and stuff like that. My dad played, my uncle played in college and stuff. But one thing I used to get a lot of backlash for was when I was getting recruited. Uh, I used to tell my coach like I didn't really want to go to a HBCU. And everybody would look at me crazy, like, man, you black. What's wrong with you? We could do this, all the power. But at the end of the day, elementary school, I was around black people. My teacher was black. I learned my black history. Middle school, black. High school, black. So when I went to college, I wanted to like get a little diversity. You know what I'm saying? I was so sure and I was so comfortable with me being black and my blackness that I didn't feel the need to go learn some more shit I already know in that aspect because I already kind of, I was sure about myself. But like my guidance counselors and stuff, they were like, I turned down a scholarship to Bethune. But if I went to Bethune, that's like 3 hours from the crib. That's like going to high school. Everybody gonna be there. All the same black people, the whole community. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going to college in Tennessee, and it was predominantly white. But there I made more friends. I learned more about white people than I first did just coming out of Florida because it's different kind of white people everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? And I dealt with my racism growing up as a black man. I dealt with my racism out in Tennessee. But what I would say to people in my community, bro, go do and learn about stuff you don't know. Because everything I learned about white people, I learned in college, I learned everything. I tell my homeboys, I tell my daughters, I tell my friends, I tell my uncles, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like I'll be doing myself a disservice if I just would have kept my whole way of thinking all black in the aspect is I can't get nothing from the white man. You get what I'm saying?
I think that's a good outlook. I mean, I've met a lot of people from the South. They joined the military that seen a whole different light as to where if they never made that decision, they would have had the same ideologies that they was raised with, and that was to have something against white people. So I agree with that. It works both ways, right? You got white people who go to white schools who never seen a black person before, right?
Right.
And then you got black people who have this fucking chip on their shoulder about white people because they only know the stories that they've been told, and they've told you to be cautious your entire life.
Exactly.
But when you put yourself in a situation where you now are making yourself diverse, and people are actually catering to you or respecting you or treating you like a human being like you never thought you would be treated because of the stories that you've been told, it opens up the light and it actually makes you a better person so that when you have your kids, you want them to be more diverse because you don't want that hate in their mind.
Right.
And also,
That's
when I
true.
think about the white people, ones that like risk their lives to help a black person because they truly cared for them and didn't believe in what their own people were doing and who really like in that time could risk their lives for a whole different race of people. That right there makes me love and appreciate white people and never want to look at them as a whole as like monsters because there are some people who were killed for the sake of black people.
right? It helped me not generalize all white people because I can't lie, just growing up, dealing with the white people that I grew up with, like I had friends that I played with in school, but when we got to the neighborhood, they didn't come to the back of the neighborhood. We didn't go to the front of the neighborhood just because we know the white parents up there, they would, what y'all doing up here? Think we still in there trying to start something, but we play with their kids every day. You feel me? And then when I got to college, my roommate was a quarterback. It was a white dude from Illinois, and I can honestly say I don't even think he used the N word before, and he ended up being my best friend. But it was a stereotype in my mind. I'm like, man, they got me with this cracker. Man, what the fuck? I don't live with no white people. You feel me? After about a weekly training camp, man, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. We sharing food. We going to do laundry together, and I thank God for that. But I could say it was my dad from Florida, played football at Iowa State in the '80s, where it was a lot of white people, and he the one put it in all us. You know, you make your own opinion of people. You don't go take people's word. If he don't like you, I'm gonna give you a reason for me not to like you. I'm not gonna hate you just because he hates you. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a
But
good
just
topic
think
though.
if you would have never took that leap, though, how your ideologies would be now after
Honestly,
college.
honestly, bro, my whole way of thinking is towards white people is different. It went from defense to I give you a chance to fuck me over before I turn on you. You feel me? Like I do with like a black man. I'm not mad at no black man. I give you that chance. Once you cross me, then you cross. So I treat the white man the same, and I can say my life ain't been bad. You feel me? It's probably been better since I stopped stereotyping white people. To be real with you,
Yeah, and
Is
Rebo, like, to keep it real, like, listening to those, slave stories and watching the movies in school as a kid growing up, like, when I would watch those stories and we talk about that stuff, like, it did make me look at white people funny. It did have make me give, like get my first piece of hatred toward another race just because of
that's some
hearing
shit
that
your grandma
history about
said.
what they did to us. Naturally, it makes you wanna hate, a little bit of them, but as you go through life and you get older and you're interacting with people, like, on a more personal level, um, it allows you to see that everybody's not like that, but you can never forget what has been done, and especially if it's some of the same things are still going on. But one thing for sure, you're gonna find the enemy in many places. He's gonna be within your camp and he's gonna be outside your camp. So it's just important, no matter what, to identify with the ones who are with you and not against you. And that can be found anywhere.
That's true. And we talked a little bit about this the other day, and I think a lot of the stage agreed. But I done fought in a couple conflicts. I done been to different countries, and I can honestly say, in my 50 years of living, I have never ever been threatened. No white man has ever threatened my life, ever, and meant it. You know what I'm saying? So, just to give you some light, there's been a whole bunch of black motherfuckers that threatened to kill me. There's been a lot of different other races that threatened to kill me, but never once was it a white man.
And that's a valid experience. It's a real thing. Oh, it's all in the
I
but
feel
go
like
ahead,
I
Eric.
could, yeah, I feel like I could relate to the guy who was just talking experience because I went to like a predominantly black high school, and I ain't even want to fucking go to
Looking for an
college, but
easier
it
way
was
to
kind of
get
like
that
my
LLC
mom
next to
made
your
me. It was
business
like
name?
either go
Say
to
hello to
college or
Taylor
you got to
Brand.
do stuff else.
You
So
just go to
it kind of pushed me to college, and I ended up going to
their site, enter your LLC
Nigga say
state,
I don't.
add your business name, answer a few questions, and that's it. Now your business
but
has
yeah, I
tax
ended up going to a
flexibility,
predominantly
personal
black
asset.
institution, and You
What
know, I ain't
makes
never
for a
really had
strong
any like white
WWE
friends and shit
return?
like that.
Well, the return should
But
make
like
a
once I
logical
started like
sense, and that
mingling and
return should
shit,
feature a
and you
wrestler
know,
that
actually
fans
getting
are
to know
related
people
to
for
see
who
back
they
in the
are,
company.
you know, I
However,
started
WWE
seeing
have a
shit a little
toxic
bit
habit of
different. Like
delivering a
my whole
completely
dialect
random
changed,
return,
the way I
which
communicate
ultimately
with
leaves
people
fans
changed.
questioning
You
what
know,
on earth is going on.
I dropped my
Join us now as
guard when it
WrestleMania
comes
looks
to,
at
you know,
10 of
meeting
the
new
most
people
random WWE
because I mean,
returns
let's keep it
ever.
real. Like when
Be
you
sure to
like
subscribe
in a
and hit that
boxed in
notification bell for
situation,
daily
that's
wrestling
pretty much
videos,
all
and
you
follow us
see.
on
You
Facebook
don't
for
really see
exclusive
outside of
lists.
that
Also check out our new
situation.
channel,
So
WrestleMania
I mean,
Shorts.
my point
Number
is
10,
like
the
new
Headbangers.
experiences, like
In
in
2016,
life and just
WWE
experiencing new
implemented their
shit.
modern brand split, and due
Not
to
just with
SmackDown having
racism,
their own
like
set of
even
tag
just like
titles,
I
they
mean
needed to
not
stack their
racism, not
tag
just with
division.
race, but like
One of the
even just
ways they
outside of the
achieved
whole
this was
race shit,
bringing
just
back
new
the Headbangers.
experiences, just
This
everything,
return came
man. It could
completely out
teach
of
you a
nowhere,
lot,
and when it was
and it
initially
could lead
reported
you
on
to
social
a
media
healthier
that
and
the
happier
duo were
life.
returning to
Yeah,
WWE,
with that
fans
being
thought it was
said,
just some kind
I
of
know, and
joke.
I need to just
However,
get
it
this out.
wasn't a joke.
It's people sitting on their hands right now, steaming like a motherfucker because this ain't pro-black. You know what I'm saying? Now, most of our spaces are pro-black. I just want to open people's eyes to try that little diversity. That all people not bad, like the brother just said. That was had the college story. You got to give some people a shot. You can't be afraid to motherfucking let yourself go. Sometime to give some people a chance because not everybody in this world is that fucked up. So it's okay to be pro-black, but when you go out there in the motherfucking town and you go out in the city, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to intermingle and meet new friends. We say it all the time. Every good black man has a couple good white friends.
Yeah, you know, they're very fun, you know, just like me as well. I grew up in Florida
You said,
and played sports and all
sorry.
that. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mom.
No, I was just saying because you said they're very fun.
Yeah, they're fun people, man. They're fun and cool. You know what I'm saying? When I went to college in North Carolina, that's the first time I've been around a whole bunch of white people like that. And I'm like, God damn, like y'all cool as shit. Parties every day, you know, we play ultimate frisbee. The ultimate frisbee, what the fuck is that? That shit ended up being a fun ass game. I'm like, God damn. But they overall, man, they cool people, man. They cool as hell. They, you know, they're very fun. So
I
yeah, you
love
gotta have
I
some white.
love my white friends. I
A
don't give
lot.
a fuck.
They
I
are.
love my white. That's who I'm on the boats with on Lake
That's a fact.
Minnetonka.
The
Yeah.
boats, the quads, the dirt bike.
The
The
stand up jet
quads
ski.
take it, and that's the
Oh
gag because
my
you end up doing
god.
so much shit you thought you didn't like use a group
Exactly.
of friends for everything, and
Exactly.
it's crazy
Hold
because I feel like I
on.
don't resonate with my pure black friends all the time because
You're
they
black.
do. Yeah, when I say pure black, I mean
I'm
like
just
they're
fucking
culturally
with you.
black.
Same shit.
Yeah,
Do
but
the same shit, Danny.
it's like I don't want to do that. It's like you say, let's go to the bookstore, or I want to go quadding, or I want to go camping, or some shit like that, and they looking at you crazy, like with the side
But
eye, and it's
Danny,
like, nigga, you gotta
I
explain that shit
also
to
don't
them.
want ambrosia salad. Like just you cool, come around, be cool, but don't pull up with a fruit cake and you know what I'm saying, and ambrosia salad and shit like that. Show up white, you know what I'm
But
saying?
I ain't gonna hold you, gang. When I lived in Florida, I was going to the gun range with the white people, and I was riding motorcycles with them folks. I was doing shit like that. Like I don't know about no cookouts
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit.
They have fucking
A
cabin
cookout
houses,
famous.
lake houses that they go to in the winter. You can go kick it with. They got timeshare properties in the
Them folks was
Bahamas, and
taking me
they'll
to go
fly
hunt
you, pay
alligators,
everything.
gang. Like we going on the boats to go shoot a crocodile in the head with an arrow. Like they teaching me how to do shit like that. I ain't never
Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't really too much else left on
Don't
there.
do that.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said let me pick it
We was
up.
talking
This
about
is why I said I gotta
music.
pick it up from right there. This why I gotta pick it up from right there.
Look at him, nigga.
Fab then Groove. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Groove.
Killing him. Look,
Groove. Come tell the story. Groove, we intoxicated.
Listen,
Oh,
Groove.
Groove, you helping me build that beautiful, nice guy, Rastafari brand of yours, huh? I see you, man.
I'm walking.
Yeah. To you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Fabulous. The only nigga that got the name that I want. It ain't get happy birthday.
What?
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot for that, boy.
So, Aaliyah, as I posed that question to you you hearing this audio, what would be your response?
All right. He was doing, first of all, he sang a man happy birthday, and then he says to the man, I wish I had the name. He says so many, made so many references like when you want to come party. Then it's like, yeah, you coming over here bringing God into it. Like, what do that got to do with anything? It's like,
Boy, that sounds
what?
suspect.
That
Once you
That
nigga,
put
is
that
fish.
nigga,
God into this
that nigga
situation,
said,
God,
"But do you miss me though? Do you?"
Yeah,
You need to go
like,
to church
what?
next week, nigga.
Nigga, what?
and then you
Yeah,
say,
to
don't
like
Hey,
go
bring
you
to
know,
God
church
into this
next week was
That
situation.
man said you go to
crazy.
church next week. You
That
with
nigga
me.
said, I like when you scrape and scramble for shit.
Yeah, scraping and scrambling for shit. What's up with that?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I,
Hey,
I
Scraping
don't
and
know.
Scraping and
wait.
scrambling.
scrambling for
Uh,
shit.
Y'all let a nigga talk to y'all like that?
Hey,
Well, hell
Get
no.
the
nah,
fuck,
me
Interview
get
and
the
my
over.
fuck
homies
out
don't
of
talk
here.
like
I would have
that. I
slapped the
don't,
shit out of
no
Diddy.
love.
He would have had to explain that shit right then. On camera.
I don't give a fuck how much money you got, nigga. You ain't talking to me like that, bro.
Yeah, I would
Ain't
have
no
slapped the shit out of
fucking
Diddy.
way, bro.
Yeah, he was flirting with them. Like, literally,
He
if
was
I was
flirting with
if
Fab too.
yeah, like he really was flirting with them. I felt like a man was flirting with me. That's how men flirt. Like, what?
Yeah, like I like when you scraping and scrambling, baby.
Bro, I can't remember the last
That
time I
nigga
said the word
sounded, he
baddie, bro.
sounded definitely
Yeah, Leah. I mean,
very
at the end of the
thirsty.
day, it's just your sexual preference is the same. You know what I'm saying? And you just like the same sex, but that doesn't mean
Is
that's
he
gonna stop
fluid,
you from
naughty?
still acting like a nigga.
Yeah, I think is the thing is just come out and do that instead of grooming, you know, said boys because again, y'all know.
I think Aaliyah man got a call. Is it me?
No, is it? No, it's not.
I'm
It's
gonna say.
not. They've been doing that to y'all lately, like you, Tommy, and Aaliyah. Who calling y'all?
Hey, yo, Daz, I got a
Coley.
question.
Coley, what up?
With all the, I mean, because, like, you know, man, he heard all the speculation and things of that
Hmm.
nature. Did someone ever just straight up ask them, well, are you gay? Did you ever, you know
The
what I mean?
Breakfast Club did, and he was like, "Come on, yeah, y'all asking silly shit." So he
Yeah,
denied
he's
it.
been
I
asked
ain't
that a
gonna lie,
couple
like
times.
he ain't denied. He definitely denied it. I just think, and Shivers. Nah, I can't say that, but it's a lot of. I can't put it on old niggas in general, but it's a lot of just niggas that got some fucked up ass lingo, and it be
What was
like,
you saying, Des? I'm here.
yeah, but it be
I
a
just
lot
got
of
off my
niggas.
flight.
It's some niggas that got a lot of fucked up lingo. I say that. And the lingo, like what happens is that shit don't be correlating. I can't even blame that on lingo. Did he just be doing some super suspect shit sometimes? Like I don't know. Coley, I've never heard you talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard niggas talk to niggas like that in that type of fashion. Like
But don't
calling
Lil
niggas.
Wayne call baby his daddy and they kiss each other and stuff like
I
that? And
mean,
that's just the
that's a
relationship that they got.
father type. That's a
Yeah, that's
father
a
type
father and
thing. I'm
son
not.
type
How
shit.
is
I'm
that
not.
a father? I don't.
He damn near raised Wayne. So he
No,
made,
they
you know.
definitely suspect too. Nah, they suspect too. I'm just saying, but yeah, that's some
Yeah, I
suspect
mean,
shit.
I don't agree with that, but I'm saying like he practically, as far as that daddy shit go, he practically, raised that little nigga. So I understand it from that aspect. The kiss on the lips. I mean, he's stunned like his, who his daddy is. It just,
That's daddy.
Yeah,
That's
it ain't nothing
daddy.
wrong
He's
with
stunning
stunting like
though.
your daddy
That's his
now. Stunting like
daddy.
your daddy, that's
That's
kind of crazy.
When I
that's
had kids, I
that's
want my kids to stunt like
daddy.
me. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop that shit, Tommy.
Tommy putting mad emphasis on.
That's daddy. That's daddy.
I just think that Diddy, he say and do some shit that's like, you don't got it. Like, I never heard niggas talk like that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just him. Maybe that's how Diddy give it up. I'm not gonna say New York because I never heard New York niggas talk like that, calling niggas daddy and shit. But I don't know. I'm a loss for words, for real.
Hold on. For those in the chat trying to cancel, I don't even know what the context is, but real shit, I think it's crazy calling Puffy daddy. Okay, Zeem is the number one abuser that he be like, yeah, we going to daddy's house. You know, that's daddy's.
Hold on,
Yeah,
No,
that's
Zane
what
that's
they
the
called.
say.
Hold on,
studio.
whoa, whoa,
Beam is
whoa.
crazy.
When
Zane called Puff Daddy. What did you say? I mean,
No, hey, y'all
what?
believe that's a
Nah,
studio?
hold
If
on,
you
hold on,
don't
hold on.
believe
What you
me,
Wait a
talking
if
minute.
about,
you
Tommy?
don't believe me, I'm pinging Zim.
Let me
Hold on, we
Ping.
gotta get
clarify.
Zim
Let
in
me
here.
They say that.
clarify.
I
No,
never
Daddy's
heard
house
the
him
is
Them and
call him
name,
Daddy's
Latif.
that.
studio.
the name of Daddy's house is the name of Diddy's studios in New
Correct,
York.
correct.
So,
Oh,
all
so he
right.
going
So
to
that's the
That's
name of
Daddy's
his
daddy's
house.
house.
studio. It's called Daddy's house.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Yeah,
Oh
that's
Real
yeah, that's
Tommy.
established.
daddy's
Real
house.
That's
bad, bro.
We
established.
finna
That's
go put.
established.
See, y'all
We
too
gonna put
And
the
for
work
all of
on
y'all,
that
daddy's.
shit
and
on
for
paper,
all of
man.
y'all
Y'all
that
need to
are too
stop that.
young, hold on. And for all of y'all that are too young to know this, P Diddy's first name when he first came out was Puff Daddy.
Yep, Puff.
So if y'all don't know that, you know what I'm saying? His original name is Puff Daddy Combs. You know what I'm saying? Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
Daddy.
Nah,
He
he
changed it
changed
to
that years later. Originally, he came out as Sean Puff Daddy Combs. So that's why the name of his studio is Daddy's House, because he was known as Puff Daddy. And then I guess even he realized as the times changed, it's kind of weird when grown men call you daddy. So he started calling himself Diddy. And that's where you get the P Diddy from. It's short for Puff Daddy, P Diddy. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying?
See, they try to jump
that.
on me,
Tommy,
Latif.
you just
No,
said
they
that,
try to. I was
but
talking
Tommy,
about going to
you just
Daddy's
made
house, so
that
y'all
shit
got mad at me, and
incorrect.
Latif showed that I was in
Nah,
line. That's Daddy's house. That's Daddy's
Yeah,
house.
nah,
and
Yeah.
Tommy was
like
absolutely
you
correct.
wild.
Zim used to say he has gone to studio sessions at Daddy's house because
Thank
that is the
you.
name of the studio. So Tommy was
Daddy's
not
house
that
sound
trolling.
just
fun.
sounds
Y'all
Tommy
try
was
to jump
halfway
me.
trolling when she said it, but it was trolling in
yeah.
truth. She was trolling in truth, all right?
Yeah, I was like,
Mm.
ping Zimmy here if I'm lying. Y'all try to jump me every time I speak.
Nah,
I
but you know
just
what? The young generation put too much emphasis on that type of stuff. I can't say
Chris,
what it is. I'm
Daddy's
in the
house
break
is
room,
gay,
but
bro. Daddy's
I
house is
troll with
I
gay. Daddy's
integrity.
Hey,
house is
but
gay,
Daddy's
bro.
house sound fun though. Like I'm trying to go to Daddy's house.
Yeah, probably fun for you, not for
Latif,
a
you
grown
understand what I'm
man.
saying about that generational gap, though, bro?
Yeah, I mean, people, I don't know.
Latif, well, hold on, Latif, you ain't saying that you going to Daddy's house, so it ain't no
Nah,
generational
I'll
thing.
probably just say I'm going to Diddy
I'm
studio.
going to Diddy studio, or I'm going to the yo, or you know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't going to Daddy's house, folks. Like that.
We
I
going
feel
at Daddy's house, Nadia.
I feel uncomfortable saying this shit. Come on, man, what we on, bro?
Hold on, don't do that to Zim,
This your people,
Naughty.
Des.
Yeah,
This your
Let's.
people,
Theme
Des.
is my
We're
people.
going
Y'all
to
ain't gotta
Daddy's
do that to that
house.
man.
Y'all
No, but wait,
always taking
Naughty.
everything to the
We're going.
left.
What do you mean? It's called Daddy's house. We're going to. Yeah. Yeah, we're
Man,
going to
fuck
Daddy's
that.
house.
I
I
want to
That's
ain't
go with
fucking
you
Daddy's.
to
with that.
Daddy's house.
You want to come with me to Daddy's house?
That's
Let's
what's
go to
wrong with you young
Daddy's.
Yeah,
people,
let's go
man.
to
Y'all take
Daddy's
everything to the
house.
left. It don't even make sense, but it's all good.
Shivers, it ain't no other way to take that. You saying that you going to a nigga studio. I'm going to Daddy's house. You saying that's cool?
Yeah, I can't say that, dog. I gotta say I'm going to that nigga Diddy studio.
Come on, bro.
I'm going to Diddy studio. Kill it just like that.
No, Zim taught at Daddy House, so it's nothing wrong with it. He got the
Yeah.
studio name.
No, Zine was going to the studio. We're not
No,
doing that.
Zim said, I'm going to Daddy's house.
And we're going to
Zine ain't here.
Daddy's
I'm not. I
house.
ain't. Come on, y'all.
Replay or it's
Yeah.
invalid. Pull the clip or it's invalid.
Why we got to pull a clip?
Pink's even
Even
here. He
like,
said it.
so
He
That's
said
like
it
his
racist.
And
in
that
brother's
ain't
Pink
house,
show.
cool.
is that what we
And
Don't
doing?
y'all
come
He
play
keep
my
said it
guy
giving
like
that
that.
to that
himself. He
Muslim
told me
brother, man.
this. No, but Zim, pick
Nobody
everyone.
not
Pink
doing
Zim in
nothing
here.
to
See if I'm
Zim.
lying. Nobody say anything about Zim yet. See, this is the thing. Y'all made it gay. Real shit. Me and
Right.
Nadia are just saying it's Daddy's house.
Keep
Latif
saying it
said,
like weirdly though.
"What do you mean? If
How?
it's
Yeah,
Daddy,
you
it's
putting
Daddy."
emphasis
You
on it.
definitely
Stop
saying it
playing. I
weird.
heard you. Yeah, and I heard you put the little Z on there too,
What's
Tommy. You
wrong with
ain't slick.
that?
I heard that Z too try to say Zaddy house.
You put
No,
stop
Stop
that
listen.
playing
bullshit,
on me.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
Listen,
playing on me.
okay, hold on, wait. The fuck I need a lie for everyone. Pick Zim in this bitch right
nah,
now.
you
Real
clearly
shit.
you wasn't capping.
Latif
I
said
can.
it. Yeah, Latif
Yeah,
said it
y'all,
too. Like
y'all, why y'all
Latif has
attacking
been to
Tommy?
Daddy's house.
Nah,
Hold on,
that's
Latif has been to Daddy's house too. Everybody knows
No, I have
that
not.
Diddy
I've
studio.
never been
I'm about to say
to Diddy's
Daddy's
studio.
what the
I've never
house.
been to Diddy's studio.
Nothing like my
All right.
daddy.
But I will tell you that it's an exclusive studio to record in. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is where, just about every bad boy artist is recorded at. So, you know
Period.
what I mean?
How
It's,
exclusive.
it's an honor to get invited, to a session there or one of your artists recording there or whatever like that. So, I don't want to make light of it. It's
Hey
Diddy's
yo, what?
studio.
Hey yo,
Hello,
what?
shout out
What do
to
Hey
you
yo, what
mean?
part of New
everybody
York
that's
is
Also
that?
from your
no,
Daddy's
but
house
it's
party.
commonly it's Diddy's studio, but it's commonly known as Daddy's house.
What part of New
And
York is that?
everybody can't come.
I don't know what
You
part of
said
the
what
city
happened?
and Coley. He was asking what part of the city is it in.
I don't know. It's probably in Manhattan somewhere.
Oh,
In the
I ain't never been
the
there.
bottom
I
of the
never been
Bronx,
there,
the
so I don't know
bottom.
where it's at.
It's basically it's when he made Day 26 walk to Brooklyn to go get a cheesecake and back. So wherever they walked from, if you guys can go get the video of when he made them go walk to Brooklyn to get the cheesecake only to go back to Daddy's house. Just remember that
Hmm.
episode because they were at Daddy's house when they did it.
Gotcha,
Right.
gotcha.
Shout out to Daddy's house. Period.
Wait, you did not just pull that making the band shit out.
Yes, it was from the
Oh, come
making the
on.
band. They were
Come
at
on.
Daddy's house. You don't remember Daddy's house? Eric, the Latif knows. Latif's been to Daddy's house
why
too.
you saying it like that though, Tommy? Like
It's
Oh,
called
see,
that.
because they like to come in on people
shit,
top like
playing
that,
when you
bro. They always
say
want
it,
to try to
man.
sex play somebody,
Wait,
homie.
not too much on
Who's
That
Tommy
sex
shit
because
ain't
he
playing?
cool.
gassed
It's
Tommy
called
No,
gassed.
you
Daddy's
ain't sex.
house.
You ain't sex
Uh,
playing nobody. You just said that's
Tommy,
what you was doing.
never been to the studio. I've been
Wait, why your phone
to the
breaking up,
studio.
Latif?
Okay,
Somebody
Latif
put
said
you on
he's never
Probably
mute.
been
because,
to Daddy's house.
yeah, my service is bad.
No, so this is what happened for the people that are just coming in the room now, okay? I got canceled in 4K and jumped and attacked, and these savages jumped me because they didn't know that Diddy's studio is called Daddy's house, right? And so what was crazy is there was a point in time, men from New York, the same ones who debate all the time and say Jay-Z's the greatest rapper, those guys, they used to call Diddy Daddy. They were like, yeah, we're gonna kick it with Daddy. We're hanging out with Daddy. We're going to Daddy's
Period.
I never
I
house.
heard
love
that.
that.
Yeah, they used to
No
call
one's
Diddy
ever said that.
Daddy.
No, they
Yeah.
did. No one never
That
called
Yes,
him.
yes
they
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 did.
called
Yes,
did.
him
they
Skillset.
did. No,
Never. They called
everyone.
him Diddy.
You call
Everyone's
listen.
called him
They used
Diddy.
to
You just
call
said
him Daddy.
daddy.
Zim will tell you they called
No.
Puffy Daddy. They called him Daddy, 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 Daddy. And so they used to go to Daddy's house after. There was
And then they
oh
used
yeah,
to
we're gonna
call
look
him
at
Power
Daddy's
Puff. Power
house. Yeah.
Puff.
Daddy's house is his studio, man. What are you
Right,
talking
that's
about?
what we're talking about.
But wasn't it
Thank you,
normal, like, for
J.O.
That's a
people in New York
crazy.
to
That's
call
a
each other
crazy
daddy?
name, though, bro. You
But
said
why is it
niggas in New
crazy?
York
I
is
mean,
calling
everybody
niggas
love to go to
daddies.
daddy's house
And ain't
anyway.
nobody
So
was
what is
nobody. Yo, Des, you really going fall for that shit, my nigga? Or you just
Nah,
trolling?
bro. No, I'm asking. These niggas is
You should know that.
actually
You should know that question though. You
just
asking a
shout out to
crazy ass
daddy?
question,
that's
my nigga.
crazy.
Ain't nobody calling no fucking body no daddy,
They
nigga.
they they called him
Fuck
Daddy
wrong with you?
Jo.
Nah,
You
they
didn't
did
listen.
not.
Yes,
Yo,
yes they
nah,
did. Yes they
no,
did. Yes
no,
they did. They called
they
him
dead.
Daddy.
What the fuck?
Yes they did.
I was the first one to say
They
that. I
did
don't
it.
think New
They
York
call it
doing that.
Puff. They called him Puff, man. I don't know what
They
the
call
fuck
him
she's
Puff.
talking about, man. But
Call
they
him
call him no damn
daddy.
daddy.
No, at that
That's it.
jail at them exclusive parties
I
that he
don't
be
got no
having, they call
problem
him
calling him
daddy.
Yeah, we
Puffy.
don't know nothing about that. That's
No,
not on New
and
York City. That's on the celebrities that be with him. So let's
In the
make
Just
that clear.
regular
street.
guys of Brooklyn going to daddy's house.
Yeah, all
What's
right.
They
wrong
called
with
that
that?
nigga
Yeah,
you
Puff.
see what they
They
on
called that
already,
nigga
J. Though
Puff.
they on that bullshit.
What's the
why?
Y'all
bullshit?
call, y'all said I was lying
Yeah,
only
dog.
for.
And not to
Where is
I
waste
he?
your
know, I
time
Get
know
either,
Steve
y'all.
in
though.
here.
I know y'all talking about the studio now, but the way y'all saying the shit, it just sound like you know
Huh?
what you doing, Tommy. You know what you doing.
What are you talking about? If it's called
Yeah.
daddy's house, it's called daddy's
Daddy's
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
I'm
trying to
I'm
say
muting
Niggas
up.
called
nothing.
that
Y'all
man
have a good day,
Puff.
man. I'm taking
I'm
my ass
muting
back
up.
to
I'm
work. This shit
muting up.
here get crazy.
Hmm. I don't know why y'all taking it so literally. Like, it's daddy's house, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's his studio. So shout out to that and every man that went out there to daddy's house.
Yeah, he was at Dottie's house. Somebody go get Zeem, see if I'm lying. It was called Dottie's
Nah,
house.
just
People
y'all
used to be
always gotta
like,
make
yeah,
everything hella
Dottie, Dottie,
fucking
Dottie,
gay,
Dottie,
bro. That
Dottie.
shit
Who's
is
making it
crazy.
gay if it was
I
called
mean,
Daddy's
y'all make shit gay
house?
all the time, so I don't know what the fuck
Why in the
are you
interview
talking
did he
about.
call another man daddy?
Thank you. See, that's that shit.
That's
Because they
gay.
all,
I ain't never heard
everybody,
that.
if you were an adult or
That's
in your
gay.
teens in the early 2000s and you were a man and you were from New York, you called him daddy.
No, you didn't. You called him Puff.
You called him daddy. You know who I know called him daddy? What's that Cadillac Todd? He used to be like, yeah, we going to daddy's house. That shit called him daddy.
Now
Yeah, you heard.
Todd, now Caddy, I don't know, cause Caddy was, he's the same
Caddy is a
Caddy
nigga.
do
play
sound
on
like
daddy. You
daddy.
see that?
No, but I'm
Exactly.
I'm saying he may have, cause he's the same nigga that that a nigga said fuck him, he was a snake and yada 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 yada, and it's the same nigga that he called his brother. So I don't know about Caddy. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
about
See,
Caddy.
caddy is a different is the same word for daddy. Just peep the vibes here. He was a big fan of daddy,
Well,
and
praying
he
for
Can
Caddy
you
because he
can
on
especially
you
called
be
drugs.
him
can you
daddy.
be Caddy with a Mitsubishi? Never mind, let me mute up.
And
Oh
oh,
wow.
and
Oh
oh,
wow.
oh wow.
Oh wow.
Who knows? But
Next topic.
yeah, who knows about Caddy, man? That's free him.
Shout out to Daddy's house.
Ask Z when he gets to here this morning. Okay, daddy, 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 pop, daddy. We're going to daddy's house, daddy.
P Diddy, Love. Hmm.
Daddy, love, daddy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, one thing I can say, I haven't heard anybody come with a lawsuit or anything like that on Diddy. So, um, I guess he doing good in that regard. So it is what it is. That's wild.
If you call him daddy, I know he get in the panties. So daddy, 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 daddy.
Hey yo, Dad, I wonder what's going on with the masters and the what's that shit called? The masters and the publishing.
Publishing.
Like because like for years it's been so prestigious to hold and get them and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And within the last year or two, you see people just like
Getting rid
selling
of
them and
selling
shit.
them. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe something in the near future, like it's going to plummet or something. You know what I mean? I'm just
I think a lot of niggas been wanting that bag though, like that right now bag. Like, and it was I believe it was Drake or Wayne or somebody who sold theirs, but it was something to the degree of that they could my bad, I'm playing blackjack and talking, but they can he'll get his masters and shit back after like a certain time period, but I don't know. I mean, it's just some niggas. I think they just want that bag because you got people getting cashed out hundreds of millions of dollars for their catalog, and if you're an active artist, you just looking at it like shit. I can make more music. That shit ain't nothing. So I think a lot of people just taking that bag route for real.
shit. I wonder if any country artists, you know what I mean, taking that route. It seems like
I know Beaver
it's on.
did.
Oh, big yeah, Beaver did.
Iggy Azalea did as far as country singers, I don't know, but it's been some like artists on the other side outside of hip hop that do it. I mean,
Got
a
you.
lot of
Basically, right.
yeah, people just I think they just trying to get that bag for real. And I ain't mad at them, especially if you're an active artist and you can still make music and you think that you got the ability to make hits and shit, man. You might as well build a whole nother catalog. Build that up 40-50 million dollars and boom that too. Shit.
What was the guy from Day 26? The one that was like the main guy. Rodney was his name. That's what R. What was his name?
I don't know. I only thing I
He's the
ever
one
seen
that
in
beefed
regards to
Diddy
that
the hardest.
was that the nigga that where they was singing against each other.
Yeah, it was the
I,
guy that didn't fuck with being a part of the group like that. What was his name? Rodney or something? From Day
I
26?
don't know.
Yeah, he didn't fuck with Daddy. He ain't fuck with Daddy. I remember that shit. He was the most talented too. He was like, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Tommy. I don't think I was privy to that information.
Thank you. So I said Ronnie, yeah, he don't fuck with Daddy. He doesn't fuck with that. He never fuck with Daddy.
Puffy.
Daddy.
Niggas, man. But yeah, did y'all see Mitch McConnell freeze up? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I don't know if
Glitched out.
He's
That nigga
old,
glitched
fool.
out.
I
Glitch
don't know what
McConnell.
it
Yeah,
is.
that was like a month or so ago.
That's nah, he did it again.
He
I'm gonna
Did it
just did
post
it
it
again?
up
again.
top. Yeah, I'm gonna post it
Yeah.
up top. Y'all click on the video and watch it, but the shit looked like it almost looked like the nigga was dead, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. So I mean, this audio that comes along with this, again, this is Senator Mitch McConnell. He freezes up again during the press conference. And, this is the same thing that happened back in July. So we're going to see what happened with this. And we got some audio from it. And click on the video and look how the nigga just turns damn near into like a cold casket. So we
Like
got
his
some,
controller died.
yeah.
He's getting he's getting Great Depression 1929 flashbacks.
No, for sure. Who we got on audio? We got Eric or BJ today. I think we got
Both
Radio
of us.
Raheem. Bet. Well, shit. Go ahead and run it then, bro.
Re-election in 2026.
That's right.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Benny.
Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
Yeah, that they were just trying to act like, oh, maybe whoever asked that question was too low. That nigga wasn't low. The nigga turned into a cold casket. Um,
Damn.
what's y'all thoughts on that shit, man? Do y'all think he's gonna run? Cause the nigga been
Nah, it looked
holding
like
that
he had like a
position for
mini stroke.
eons.
Now it looked like he had a mini stroke or something.
He's in his 80s.
Like he just zoned. Like yeah, he looked like he was stroking out in a sense.
Yeah, that's crazy because he just had one like that like a month or so ago. And he damn near just as powerful than the president, if not powerful. Powerful were him and Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, I think he the one that be blocking shit a lot.
Yeah, yo, he's more powerful than the
Yeah, he's
president.
the head of the.
He's more powerful
He
than the
runs the
president.
house.
Him
Yeah,
and
he's the head of
Clarence
the house.
Thomas run this world.
He's the Senate Minority Leader, is what he is.
He was getting flashbacks from the Great Depression. I know
What's up
because
with all
everything's.
these old ass men running for elections and shit? Like, what's going on? It's not
Well, the
cool.
government needs to. They need to impose an age for Supreme
That
Court
part.
justice, senator seats, all that. They need to have an age. Those are because okay, he's 81, so he had to be born in what the 40s, 30s, 40s, somewhere around there.
40s.
His mindset, yeah, his mindset it's still going to be on how he was raised, and a lot of people are not progressive enough to even change. So that hurts us as a country because we're steady evolving, but our leadership is stuck in their day.
It sounds
So I
like they
think we need
trying
to have
to.
an age limit on.
In addition to an age limit, they need to have a term limit. This dude has been in office forever, and like you guys said, constantly blocking shit, constantly, just running his own agenda, So yeah, they need to do something about that as well. I
Remember,
mean,
you can hold them positions for a long time. You know
oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
know,
So
I
you
know.
can
That's what
hold
I'm
them for a
saying.
long time.
That's why I'm saying there
For a
needs to be a term
lifetime.
limit. That's what I'm
No,
saying. It needs to be a
it,
term limit.
it's
You can
not
only
They
be a
lifetime.
should.
Like
you can be a president for 2 terms. Why not put a term limit on everything else?
I feel that, and I think too that I get what we saying about age and all that. Should there just be a cap? Probably like a hard at 85 or 80 or whatever. I don't know, but I don't. It's some 80-year-olds and 75-year-olds or whatever that still have active functioning minds, and that's able to make real good decisions and have seen the things of the past. That although I know we're living in the present and the future, some things come back. So I don't think we should totally just get the older people out of there. But I do think it should be limits and things like that, especially if you're not fit to hold that position. If it comes back like, all right, you're just not fit to hold this position, then it is what it is. But I don't think we should just completely shun a nigga away just because this nigga 81 or woo woo. At 81, that nigga still may be able to function and handle his business, so you never know.
basically what you're saying, like every
Yeah,
so
I
many
agree with
years have
that.
like faculty testers.
Yeah, I mean, you should definitely have that, all the time. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think, it should there be a hard, out on, age limit, probably at like 85, what I'm saying, or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think we could just say, nigga, you 80, nigga, you sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't think it should be that way.
Think about it. You know
Uh,
when people retire, like the age of retirement is usually like 70. So you being a president or
65.
like the mayor at like 85, that's kind of like close to death. I mean, it is what it is, but it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, Dad, I have to, I rock with you a lot, but I definitely got to disagree, bro. 80-year-old person, like in today's time, like I said, was raised in born in the 40s, raised in the 50s. Their mindset, you ain't changing your grandma's mind. Your grandma gonna be stuck in her ways, bro. So I'm thinking like the lady just said, maybe around 65 we cap it off. Maybe like BJ said, put some terms in there because pretty much every job or every position has like a term. Like you can't join the military after a certain age, or you can't do certain things. Like just to be able to continue to do something over and over and over, you'll never like it holds the country back as a whole. Because that one person like Mitch McConnell is stuck in his same mindset.
They be stubborn as hell at that age.
I mean, I get you, but I don't know, man. I think we still need some older minds around. I don't think we just should just do out with them and just say fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I think we need
Oh,
some older
absolutely not.
minds.
Absolutely not. And supposedly, just to add to the story, I saw a release this morning that the state or the Capitol doctor said that Mitch McConnell has been deemed fit enough to remain in office. So there's that. But
But
I
I
And
agree
that's
with
why you have
but
to
see, that's where
get.
it's like cap at because he's clearly not. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like he's clearly not. So
right.
I think it has to be realistic expectations and metrics or whatever that comes along with that, with whatever test they're doing to see if he's fit to maintain that position. But I don't know. I just can't say we need to do away with him because a lot of them niggas, they didn't seen the world maneuver, go up and down and shift, depression, where anything, like they didn't seen shit happen and seen us come out of certain shit. So their mind and their opinions and ideologies is just as valuable as a young nigga. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Des, because it's like if you get to know the people that you put into position, then you'll know the people that you put into position. But a lot of times we put people in places and we really don't know like really who they are or what they're really all about. And so you're surprised or disappointed by what you see later on. But if you have a guy who's 75, say, and he was running for a certain position, but you're getting to know this guy, you're seeing that his mind is working, you're listening to what's coming out of his mouth, you're looking at the results that, you know, he has uh had or that's been shown um prior to you getting to know him, then you'll see what you're getting. And so you can't count him out because he could be a rare 70-year-old who was able to see from when he was in his younger days all the way up until now and give you or lead people in a way that would be different from someone that only knows based on that time that's, they're in.
It all makes sense, but are you like willing to take that risk? He just freezed up at a conference. Like
He
that's
was
crazy.
buffering.
Buffering and shit. Like
That nigga
that's
said
not
buffering.
cute.
But it's like, wasn't this like seen before he got into this position? So it's like, were we looking at that or were we just looking past certain shit and then put him into position and then now we mad? Like, what the fuck
Right,
was we looking at before?
right. That's what we saying. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on?
Can you really criticize a guy and not say shit about Biden though?
Same thing, bro.
We talking
Okay,
about him
Obama.
too.
This is a
I was
perfect example.
actually
Obama
thinking
was
of
in
Biden.
his 40s when he became president, right? He was very relatable to the young people and still old enough to relate to the older people. But when you were that far away, 81 years old, this chosen, how the fuck can Mitch McConnell relate to you or anything you come up from or like come up under when he was raised under a racist whole type of segregation and everything? He's always going to feel empowered. He's always going to feel superior. So majority of people like that aren't going to change.
But
And
you
as
don't
long as
know. You
he's there,
don't
right?
know. You
He's
don't know
81.
how that
That
man.
means there's who's gonna like the next person to get to him might be, let's see, 70, 67 years old, right? And he'll hold that position for another 30 years. He won't be able to relate to that younger group either. I feel like that age
But
they
you
have
can't
to
say that for
like
certain.
put.
Though.
You going to the Matrix, Shivers. But I don't think you could just
Oh
emphatically say that about a nigga. Like, you don't know what that man think. You don't know if he feel like he's a superior or what. You know what I'm saying? But only thing I'm
no, it's
saying
not just one.
is,
It's not him. He's just an
but
example. But there, the majority of the motherfuckers ain't gonna relate to you, bro.
what you saying is sometimes we don't need we don't need everybody in a position that can relate to me. It's more than just one. It's just more than just me in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's motherfuckers that need to relate to the older motherfuckers. You feel me? So that's my
I
ideology on that, and it's fucking me up because I'm your young life, nigga. As you would say, you call young niggas young lives. I'm 26 and you damn near 40 something. And you telling me that fuck the old niggas primarily.
I
Crazy.
mean, listen, it's not fuck the old people, but we have to be able to relate. And the majority, listen, 9 times out of 10, nobody on this floor, 200 and 300 some people on here, bro, can relate to anybody on the Supreme Court. 9 times out of 10, it may be a very minute percentage, bro. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to relate to majority of the senators or anybody in those positions because the gap is so far. We need to minimize the gap
But bro,
to help us out.
it ain't just a gap, bro. We uneducated, so in turn, of course, we can't relate to what they got going on. That system designed a certain way. So if anything, we need to be trying to understand the system so we are relatable. But for you to think that we need somebody that can stoop down, you know what I mean? I think you pretty much saying that we need somebody that can relate certain conversations to us. But far as like a young person, they don't know what this shit consists of. make certain decisions. We don't know what this shit consists of. To say we need a young motherfucker, so it's like now because like a older person done been here to the point that he familiar with certain things. It's like an experienced mechanic. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to him because he already done been through certain things to whereas he can deal with and help me understand shit. But a young motherfucker ain't been there to make certain decisions, put us in a fucked up position.
We
So
in a fucked up position with the old people, like Mitch McConnell want to block fucking abortion and shit. Just hypothetical. That's hypothetical. Abortions, right? They want to be against that, but times nowadays, women are free, liberal. Do what you want with your body, but they like. I'm not saying get rid of the old people and closer, like shorten the gap in age to make it more relatable across the board. That's all. I understand you need that age, you need that wisdom.
Yeah,
so I got a
I'm not
question.
completely against you. Yeah, for sure. I'm not completely against you. I think we do need more younger people and more younger minds in the mix, but I think it's a proper mixture of both, young and old that, put us where we need to be rather than it just being old or rather than it just being young. I don't think we should just completely just say, hey, we going young or completely just, maneuver how we maneuvering now and saying, hey, we going old. I think it's a mixture. I think that put us where we need to be.
So for the ones that's taking up for the older folks, I got a question. So y'all think that was okay for him to freeze up at that conference like that?
Absolutely not. That's why I say I think it should be certain like tests to see if you're fit or not. Like and what BJ just said previously, I guess the test came back that he was fit. That's bullshit. We can clearly see that he's not fit. So I feel like if you're at that age and you're operating with an active mind, you still, are able, to maneuver and, handle your functions or whatever like that. That I don't think you should be shunned out. I think if just because you have age, I don't think that's a negative. I think that's in a lot of ways could be a positive in these types of positions.
True, but it's just like just because he got to have a stage presence and all, it's just maybe they just need to work on that with him. Maybe he just got anxiety and just freeze up when he see a lot of people. So if they can work on that, then it's cool.
Shit, he ain't been freezing up. I think his ass is fried. Like he's a perfect representation of it. Him and Biden. Like Biden isn't as bad, but them are two niggas. I think you got to get them out the way. A nigga like Trump, even though and I really don't even want. Let me try to think of another old
Say it, say it.
type of
Wait a
person.
minute, what's wrong with
But
Trump now?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like a nigga like him, you could clearly see that the nigga is witty. He still has his mind. You know what I'm saying? He still is, has his functions. And nigga golf it damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? Like he just a nigga that has his mind and his functions together. But like some of them old niggas like McConnell or Biden or whatever, them niggas is they out there, nigga. Like they out there. It just is what it is.
For instance, like my grandma, she in her 80s, she like 85, 86, almost close to 90. Like she still rip and run, still go to the game room, still be gambling. She's in her right mind, but she hold the phone upside down. So it's just certain things that they do, that, some people need to watch after of. So that's why we say sometimes it's not really good to have older people like in their 80s in that position because they have little functions that they need to work on.
Yeah, you're
So,
right. Age does matter at a certain point. I do agree with that.
yeah, that's why I say I think at a certain age, you could just give it a hard like no, nigga. Like you too old. But I don't know. I guess that'd have to be up to the discretion of the people. I don't know what that age should be. Maybe it's 85, maybe it's 80. I'm not sure, but um, you know,
It
I
just it's looking like to me that I don't know in my head like it just looked like y'all want to just put older people in the position so y'all could just take over and just run them and tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting.
but
That's
how
what
is
it
Is
looked
it
they
like.
really
how is they the
about the
ones that
age
make the
though?
decisions though?
About
They
the
the ones that make the
performance?
decision. So it's not that we trying to put them in a position and just run them because they the ones that make the decision.
I'm talking about the people that's under them that don't really have that much power. Makes sense in my head, but that was
Is it
just
really about
something
their
I was
age or
just.
is it about the performance?
You breaking up, baby.
No, I said, is it really about the age though, or is it more about the performance at the end of the day?
Feel like it's the age. His age got something to do with his performance. Cause if he was younger, I don't think he'll be freezing up. But who's to say? Cause looking at that second video, I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, but he looked crazy, just
But
staring in his
you
face
got to
and shit.
understand, everybody ain't freezing up. You know what I mean? That's just that particular individual, unfortunately. You see what I'm saying? So I feel you got to be more careful when it comes down to how you pick who you gonna have in certain positions. But for the most part, I feel like age plays a very big factor. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think the reason why we so lost is because we couldn't talk to motherfuckers from where we come from. We was cut off from that. So in turn, we had to pick up on the knowledge where we got it at. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to somebody with the wisdom, they understand certain things to incorporate certain things that a lot of people from a newer generation don't know about or don't understand why it's a necessary thing to do because they don't understand where we come from. And my bad about my voice, this bitch gone.
Yeah, we hear it.
Like, damn, your voice. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like, how do y'all decide? Like, so y'all pick a 81-year-old over a 40-year-old, 45, 50, 30, 35.
I wouldn't pick a 80-year-old over a 45-year-old, depending. Well, I would, depending on the knowledge, depending on the capability. You know what I mean? It's things, you know what I mean, that will determine if that's a pick for me. You see what I'm saying? You want somebody to be competent. You want somebody to have their wits, you know what I mean, but have a great understanding of how to deal with situations, especially having the knowledge on how the United States works, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things you would have to factor in. I'm not going to necessarily say I wouldn't pick an 80-year-old, and I'm not going to necessarily say I would pick a 40-year-old. It's based on, you know, what they got to offer.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's a
but I do
fact, though,
agree
man. We
when it
could.
gets to people like Biden and you see the way like he looks before our eyes, I think that's a clear sign that he needs to sit down.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But we could keep rolling over to this next topics, man. We got more hot topics in. We got a situation. I don't know where this is. Oh, Ohio. We got two police officers. They got put on paid leave after fatally shooting a pregnant mom who was accused of stealing alcohol at Kroger. Um, yeah. So we got audio on that. We're gonna run that audio, and I got like a couple paragraphs to read. So we got some audio. We're going to go ahead and play that and come back for some commentary.
Township Police just released a statement saying they had two officers in the Kroger parking lot helping a woman who locked herself out of her car. According to Blendon Township Police, they say while the two officers were in there helping the woman, a Kroger store employee came out, pointed at a woman saying to stop her. She had shoplifted and had a bag of alcohol bottles. The employee said there were also several other women inside stealing at the same time. Police say Takaya Young then walked out of the store, got into her car, and that's when the two officers approached her. Police say one walked up to the window. The other officer was in front of the car. Blendon Township Police say that's when Young hit the gas. The officer in front of the vehicle fired one shot as he was backpedaling. Police say that one shot went through the windshield, hitting Young. They say she kept driving at that point until the car stopped by the front wall of the Kroger store. They say Young had locked. They had to break the window to get in to help her. And police say officers ran to get medical aid and that there was actually an ER doctor in the area who stopped to help.
The woman put the car in gear and accelerated forward. The officer who was directly in the path of the oncoming car fired one shot through the front windshield. The body camera footage that I've reviewed also confirms that the officer was directly in the path of the car. The car kept moving and officers ran after it for about 50 feet. It then came to a stop on the sidewalk outside the store. Because the driver's door had been locked, officers immediately broke the driver's window so that they could attend to the woman and begin medical assistance.
And the chief has asked BCI to investigate the shooting.
Yeah, so there you have it right there, man. What's y'all thoughts on that? I know that the woman is deceased now. Um, I haven't read anything that stated that whether or not she did, emphatically steal the liquor, or if she didn't steal the liquor, or what the situation may be. But what's y'all thoughts just on this situation, man? Do y'all think, if she was still in the liquor and possibly trying to get away, and do y'all think that she should have been put down for that?
Even if she
I
was
ain't gonna
stealing,
lie. Mhm.
that does not give them the right to shoot that lady.
I mean, I think it gives them every right to shoot her, especially if what the officer, what the sheriff is saying is correct, saying that hey, let's say if she did steal the liquor, yada yada yada, and she's driving the car directly, you know, head on with another officer. If that nigga's in the line of that vehicle, coming directly at him and could possibly get hit and killed with that vehicle, shit.
Then you move.
I would have killed the bitch too. I ain't gonna hold you. But I mean,
And
that'd have to
people know that.
specifically be that case though. Like it had to specifically be that type of situation.
But I'm saying though, you gonna pop the bitch instead of just moving out the way? We know we can't stop no car. Some
But
people
I
finna.
mean, if that bitch is going, if she's willing to hit you with a car, ain't no telling what this motherfucker willing to do. You gotta sometimes put a motherfucker down, especially if
I ain't
that's your
gonna
job.
lie. If I'm trying to get away, if somebody nigga step in front of the motherfucking car, nigga, I'm hitting them. For sure. Ain't nothing to talk about. Now, then this be my thing though. Why officers think they could just stand in front of the car and stop a car? Niggas stand up in front of the car with their hands up like they about to stop a nigga. You can't stop
Now I
nobody
never
just standing
understood
in front
that
of no
part.
car. So then instead you shoot a bitch. Now did that get grounds to shoot the bitch because she was shoplifting for alcohol? Hell no. Your dumb ass stood in front of the car. You see she trying to get away. So you shoot the bitch because you stand in front of the car. She trying to leave.
Well,
Does that give her life?
I mean, if you just committed a crime, and my job is to protect and serve and stop crime from being committed, or you know what I'm saying, punish the ones that are committing crime, and you think you about to pull off in this motherfucker, and you got your car coming straight down the line of sight that I'm on flying, you goddamn right, I'm gonna shoot the shit out your ass. I'm gonna shoot the shit out. You better be lucky it's just one shot. I'm gonna shoot. Made empty.
He could have got that girl tag number.
Fuck
Period.
all that.
Yeah, he could
But
have
you
went about
can't
it a
run
couple
over
different
people
ways.
just because they're running in your way. You can't do that
Running over
either.
somebody after you committed a crime and thinking that, man, shit, nigga, fuck that. You nigga, I'm painting your ass right where you stand.
He ain't
You
get ran
right.
Because
over.
who's to say you move out the way and that motherfucking car don't move with you and still run your ass over?
You can't tell a
I'm gonna
motherfucker
step
what
to the
they ain't
side of
gonna
this
do or what they
motherfucker.
can't do.
Yeah.
You cannot tell a motherfucker what they ain't gonna do or what they can't do during a crime. You cannot do that.
What you gonna do, God mama? You trying to leave the store? You just stole some alcohol. You hop up in a whip, and two police come approach you. One on the driver window, one in front of the car. What you gonna do?
I already did that. I told that nigga my kid in the back, don't approach me with nothing, bitch ass nigga.
And then what?
And he said, yes, ma'am.
They would have
That's
popped your
goddamn right,
ass.
godmama.
I don't know. Some
Don't do
police
that no
don't be
more,
having
God
time
money.
for that shit.
And
Like,
you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. I do what the fuck I do and I
You
get
gonna
away.
get popped out there fucking with the motherfucking police. Don't do that dumbass shit.
I have
That's the
not yet,
problem right there.
bitch.
Always doing some
Oh,
stupid
you
ass
so
shit.
mad. You so
Don't do that
mad.
dumbass
Shut the
shit,
fuck up talking to me.
nigga.
You ain't
What the
talking to
fuck
me,
wrong with
bitch.
you?
Nigga, what the fuck I do, nigga?
All right, all right, Godmama.
That's just what I do. You mad you can't, bitch?
I'm mad because that's stupid.
No, you
You gotta
mad
quit doing
because
that shit, Godmom.
you do that, hoe, and I can.
That's stupid though. And you mad and they
Bitch,
pop
but
your ass, then what?
you
Then
stupid.
what?
You
Tell her,
stupid.
Then
Chase.
they pop
I'm
your
not.
ass, then what?
They ain't popped me yet.
But
Go
I'm
give
just
him
Now
that
saying,
what?
pimp
you giving
shit.
them the opportunity to pop their ass for being stupid, nigga.
You mad? You mad because you
Yeah, I'm
can't be
mad because you
stupid.
being stupid.
I could be stupid. You can't.
All right, you gonna be a dumb, dead, stupid motherfucker talking back.
Oh
That's the
my
only
Yeah,
way she gonna
goodness.
Chase.
learn.
Well, yeah, welcome to the Honey ENT show.
Dang, Chase is going up, man. Shout out to
Y'all is
Godmama. What's good, Godmama?
ghetto.
Moko, what's up,
They is ghetto
Moko? Great morning.
earlier.
Chase
Your
And
ass
saving
Man, I
ghetto.
love you,
Mods,
lives.
Godmama. I
Bitch,
love
your
you,
Chase
mama
Godmama.
ghetto
saving
how
hoe.
lives.
how y'all
Godmama,
doing?
you said we was
Hey,
cool,
Yeah.
goddammit.
Booger. Hey, yo, Booger. Don't say nothing
It
about
is
being ghetto.
MOCO, not MOKO.
Don't shut your
Godmama,
booger ass
Godmama,
up,
I thought we
bitch.
was cool. Goddamn.
We ain't cool today.
You be switching and swatching. I thought we was cool.
We not cool today. I ain't been liking your ass for the last couple days. Cause
I ain't even heard from you, Godmama.
you be doing too much. You a booger wolf.
Goddamn. I don't even know what that is.
Calm your fucking ass down.
I
Calm
can't.
down.
I
Booger Wolf
tried.
is crazy.
Calm the fuck down, booger
I
wolf.
don't know, Godmama.
Hey,
Calm down.
Godmama.
Yo, she said booger wolf.
What
Y'all
the
is
fuck
Moko,
is
you
wild.
need
what
to
the fuck
calm
is a booger wolf?
How y'all
down.
doing?
I ain't been liking you
And
the last couple
Mods,
days.
check
So
the back channel for me, please. Thank
don't be
y'all.
saying you thought it was cool. I ain't been liking you for the last
I don't
couple
believe that,
days.
Godmama.
You better believe it, ho. I'm
Mm-mm.
being honest
I don't
right
believe
now.
it.
I have not been liking
I'm
you.
hard
Calm
to
your
hate,
ass down.
Godmama.
No, you're easy to hate
I
because you do
know. I
too
just
much.
set you up to say that, bitch, because I'm all that.
You're easy to you easy.
Don't get me
Calm
started,
down.
Godmama. I will pack your ass up from here to
Why the
Sunday.
fuck you just get mad, bitch? You ain't gonna pack shit up, ho.
I will
Who
pack
the
your
fuck
ass
you
up
think you
from here to
talking to,
goddamn
bitch?
Israel,
You ain't
bitch.
talking to me,
I will
bitch.
get up in your ass so far
You
I
ain't
can't
gonna
come
get up
out,
into
bitch.
my
You better shut
motherfucking
your
thing,
ass
ho.
up on this
You
goddamn
not gonna
morning
get
show
up
now.
into a motherfucking thing, ho.
You ghetto ass
Who the fuck
lady.
you think you talking to,
Let
bitch?
Aaliyah get her shit off.
Bitch, fuck Aaliyah and
Bitch.
fuck you, ho.
Let her
Who
get
the
her
fuck
shit
you think you
off.
talking to, bitch?
Let her get her shit off.
Fuck her and fuck you, bitch.
You
Who you
ghetto
think you talking
motherfucker.
to? You ain't
I'm
talking to me,
sorry. I know you
bitch.
want my attention, but I don't. Yeah, you're not
Damn,
qualified.
what
Don't be
Aaliyah
bringing
do? Like
another
Aaliyah
Continue.
don't
bitch
do
into
nothing.
that
Like what
shit.
Aaliyah do?
That
She
silly dingbat bitch
she
ain't
just
got
want me
nothing
to
on me.
say something.
Your grandmother's
Yeah.
daughter, bitch.
Fuck you, hoe.
Your dad. Stop
Your
being
dad
ghetto.
is
Aaliyah
crazy.
needs to do
Your
her
dad
shit.
is crazy.
All right, go Aaliyah. We gonna stop. Go Aaliyah, go. Go boo. Go
I
boo.
mean, listen, shout out to the Wack 100 morning show. Free motherfucking Wack. Shout out to everybody here. Yeah, make sure Maj check the back channel because I don't want a bunch of hula. We running a tight ship today. Yeah, they trying to, pretty much take down the gates of Troy, and it's not the fuck happening. Fuck anybody who goes against the 100 side. It's not that. Free Wack 100. So make sure y'all PTR up. Yeah, that's what we on today. So shout out to the 100 side. What is y'all even beefing about? Like, what was it that I missed? Was I on the phone? Hello? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, what was going on. What was
I just
tea?
got here, Aaliyah. Good morning.
Good morning, great morning. What was going on?
I think Chasing Godmama was flirting.
I love
Oh my
Godmama. I love
Chase.
Godmama. I ain't messing
Was
with
that
Godmama.
tea?
Oh, that's what was happening. He
Not
was flirting.
that's
Okay,
not my
okay.
chase. That's the mother. That's the other
She's
chase.
naughty
Flirting
shit.
with
Not my
Godmama.
Chase. What's up with that, Chase?
No,
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 I'm
no. I'm
no
saying it's two chases, but I'm saying
no,
like
I'm just
I.
saying it. You know how it be sometimes, man. I just got, what I'm saying, because I don't want her to go out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But she grown, like she said, she gonna do what she want to do. I can't say it nobody.
Hey yo, Chase, you need to shut your ass up
Okay,
You
God, mama, I ain't messing
you
with you. You
have
what?
not
I ain't messing
paid
with you.
not
It's
one of
over
my
with.
motherfucking bills.
Hey,
I
it's
Oh
need
all
your
good.
shit.
I ain't
ass to
messing with
shut the
you. You
fuck
what?
up and don't worry
Three,
about
three, three,
Godmama,
three, three,
bitch.
three. I was born
I
on the three
need
show. I'm
you
good.
to
You
not
feel me?
worry about
Hey,
Godmama.
October 3rd. Shout out to
Hey,
October
yo,
3rd. Shout out
bitch,
to the
I
Libra,
don't give
man.
a
Libra
fuck
gang.
about an
Let's
October,
get it.
September,
Shout
or
out to Libras. You feel
December.
me?
I
Libra
don't
gang,
give a
baby.
fuck about
Let's
none of
get it.
that.
Shout out to the
You
Libras. You
talk
feel
too
me?
much,
You're a Libra.
bitch.
Shout out to the Libras. God, mama, all love, man. 100. You're
Hey,
100,
yo,
baby. Shit
bitch,
I
you
cool.
don't
love
know me.
Libras.
You don't know me, yo. You don't know me,
Hey,
When is
punk
you're
ass
Libra
100,
nigga.
so I ain't
returning?
gonna
Shut
go
the
back and
fuck up,
forth with you,
bitch.
man. You
You
100,
ain't gonna
baby.
get
So
no
I ain't
clout off
messing
of
with
me,
you. You
ho.
feel me?
You do
We
not
love
know
you,
me,
God,
bitch.
mama.
You is a dumbass nigga. You do not know me,
Hey,
bitch.
I
You ain't
got
gonna
them
get no
dumb
clout off
nuts. I
me.
got them dumb nuts. How about that? Nah, hey, God, mama ain't going back and forth with you,
He
though.
said he got them
Nigga,
dumb
shut
nuts. What
your
is that?
ass up, bitch. You don't know me. Shut the fuck up talking to me,
He got
ho.
thumb nuts.
I'm
What's
not
that? What's
messing
a
with you.
thumb nut?
Look, I ain't going for it.
I don't play with
I'm
people
not
like
falling
you,
for it.
bitch. Hey yo, I don't play with people like you. You don't know me. Shut your loud mouth
Female, I
talking
ain't trying to
ass up.
argue with you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey,
all
hey
good. Like
yo,
you said, you
bitch.
gonna do
Hey,
what
you
you
said
do,
my
and
hey
it's
yo, you
all
come up
good.
off
Like
your
I ain't
mic
gonna go
talking to
back and
me.
forth with you. You feel me? We gonna keep it 100. 100.
Godmama.
You still not getting no clout off me, bitch, cause I don't know your ass, punk asshole.
Godmama.
Shut the fuck up talking to me, bitch. Hey yo, Chase, you don't know me. Shut up talking to me, ho.
Hey, hey, I'm done talking. You won. You won. You
All right,
got it.
all right, all right, bitch.
100.
Shut
And
up.
Good
keep it
Shut
moving,
afternoon,
up.
baby. Keep
Godmama.
it
Good
moving.
afternoon.
Your ass ain't 100. You can holler that all you want, bitch.
Hey,
You ain't 100.
shit. I've been around. Just check me out. I've been
I don't give
around.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck if
Hey,
you've
it's
been
all
around
good. Hey,
before
I ain't gonna go back
Jesus.
and forth. It's
Hey
all
yo,
good. You
bitch.
feel
Hey
me?
yo, listen to me. I don't give a fuck if you've been around before Jesus. I don't know you.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, shout out to
Hey,
God,
hey,
mama,
no,
y'all.
hey, hey,
Shout out to
hey,
God,
hey,
mama, y'all.
hey, yeah.
Yep.
Don't,
Shout out
don't,
to
don't, don't,
Godmama.
don't try to use me for clout and talk to me when I ain't
Hey,
talking
hey,
to
it's all
you.
good. I'm done talking.
All right, now you can continue, naughty.
Okay,
All
give me one
right.
second.
All
Give
right.
me 1 second to continue.
Thank you, Naughty.
Stupid ass
Right.
motherfucker.
One mic on. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Did y'all get paid today? Is it giving hangry?
Can
Are
Burr,
y'all
y'all
burr,
can you
looking
hear me
burr.
okay?
hungover?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, my
Yeah,
love?
I
perfect.
can't hear you, bitch.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Hold on,
okay.
my big mic on.
You gotta clear out your earlobes, bitch, so you can hear me closely.
And your
Yeah.
esophagus.
Yeah, I love that for you, Moko. It's you don't hear a lot of shit, right? So you should be used to
I
it
ain't
by
heard
now.
shit. I ain't heard shit, bitch.
Yeah, but
Hey
welcome to
yo,
the Honey ENT
Moko,
Morning
what
Show.
you
Free
do to
Wack.
naughty? Moko, what you do to naughty?
Moko didn't do nothing. She
Oh.
cool. She just a smart aleck ass whore that needs
Do
to
you
be
think
put in her
so?
place.
So
Who gonna do it?
sarcastic.
Who gonna check me, boo?
So
I
sarcastic. She think
did.
so sarcastic.
So
She thinks
sarcastic.
Yeah.
She thinks.
understands. Bitch,
Don't say
Hey
too
yo,
much,
you don't know
bitch.
Godmama.
about
She'll
the
put
Hey
a
people.
yo,
spell on
bitch.
you.
You don't know about the people that be sitting back watching your ass.
Do you know I've been watched since I was born, bitch?
Yes, I know that.
I came up like the motherfucking North Star, and the three niggas came from the east for me.
Oh yes. 33rd degree, bitch. How you like that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into
I know
some
bitches breath hot as fuck over that mic. They ain't brush their motherfucking teeth, breath hot as smuck. Fuck. That shit's crazy to
Hey
me.
yo, naughty. I didn't brush my teeth. I woke up yelling.
I can tell.
Oh damn. No.
I know I know that mic probably hot as fuck, Godmama.
Hey yo, the mic wanna jump out my fucking hand like bitch. Go in the
Uh-uh.
bathroom, ho.
No.
Go in the bathroom, ho. Go in the bathroom, ho.
I'm scared
Let's
of that mic.
go. Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into some reality news real fast. Cause listen, this is where some of the drama is crazy. I don't know if y'all know Safari. Nikki's old shindig, whatever that was.
Yikes.
Yeah, and then he also went on to Erica Mena. Him and Erica Mena, had their time. They're now divorced. I think he's dating a law girl. whoever that girl is. Yeah, so he's doing a lot out here in these streets. However, so Erica Mena on the last episode of Love and Hip Hop, Erica Mena and another artist, Spice, she's a Jamaican dance hall artist who usually has like blue hair, blue wig. She's kind of like, you know, a thick girl twerking. She go by the name of Spice. Her and Safari Shame share some of the same roots because they're both from Jamaica. So Erica and Mena and Spice, you know, they had a girl group, you know, a nice little friendship group. And Erica started to feel some type of way because Spice was hanging out with Safari. And Erica Mena like, damn, we girls. You know he not taking care of his kids. You know he out here doing me wrong. And you up here kikiing, inviting him places. He's bringing other women. Like, where's the girl code, bro? So her and Erica, Spice and Erica sat down. We're going to get into the audio in a little bit. So BJ, I hope you can definitely play this audio. But her and Erica Mena sat down to have a discussion. So let's get a bit of the clip. And how do you guys feel about it? Where did this conversation go wrong? And who do you guys feel was wrong in this situation? So yeah, let's hear it, BJ.
But why did you feel the need to compare us, though? Because at the time,
any woman would have.
And why? Why would you compare?
Your friends and he felt that way. I was his wife, and he felt nothing.
That don't have nothing to do with me. If he felt nothing for you, like, so it's just confusing.
So
like,
you're telling
why?
me if you were in my shoes, you're telling me you wouldn't feel no type of way as a woman?
What do you mean if I was in your shoes? In what way? What do you mean? Because I feel like your problem is, Erica, you feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem. Really? I feel like you're acting like you're the first woman to be divorced, and you're the first woman that's left with 2 children to fend for. I've been doing it for 14 years. Welcome to the club.
Girl,
Your
I've been
kids
doing
are
it for
nowhere.
16.
Okay?
16.
Okay, with your
16
son that
as a
don't like you.
teenager.
My son loves me.
How do you know
So let's
about
talk
my
about
son?
that. Stop always making it about you. That's what I'm talking. You said I know that, right? That's what you said. Started the conversation and said, look.
Grace is officially disgrace in my book. This woman was given a second chance at life by God. And here she is choosing to use that second chance at life to come at me and my son. It just speaks volumes on who she is. Once you cross the line and speak on my kids, just know we will forever have beef.
What the is this?
So,
Should have died. You want to mention my kids? You should have died.
Y'all open the door. Let me out. Let me out. I'm gonna mash up in here. Let me out. Your son hates you. Your son hates you. Yes. You monkey. You blue monkey.
Eric, I cannot believe you. You just called this girl a monkey and then said she should have died. What type of is this? You have Jamaican children. Would you like if somebody called your children monkeys? You should have did that, Erica. That was out of line.
That karma is your karma. Serves you right.
Why does everybody have a problem that my son does not want to be in the limelight? That is not my fault. I'm giving my son what the he wants. The one time I had him in the limelight, outside people raided his face. He is traumatized.
Vaded is crazy.
yeah, so that is just a clip. And just to give you guys a little dialogue on the clip, Spice apparently has some type of medical emergency and she was in a hospital. So during her hospital stay, Safari, you know, he was seeming all extra concerned about Spice and reaching out to Spice. So Erica was like, dog, I'm your wife and I was on my deathbed having your children and you left me in a hospital. So Spice is like, oh, well, she told this, Erica Mena told this to Safari in a personal private conversation they had. Safari, being Safari, decided to use that as ammunition to tell Spice, like, yeah, Erica don't even like you. When we were arguing, she said that, why am I worried about you? So, which in turn, again, made this whole weird situation. So Spice kind of feels like, girl, why are you comparing us? You know, so I don't know. In my personal opinion, I honestly feel like Safari was wrong for even carrying a conversation outside of their little argument to try to, you know, get Spice to hate Erica. I also think Spice should have kind of seen through the play, you know, because why are you upset that a man's wife is having an argument with her man? Like, to me, I just felt like that was a little spattle. She probably hit him with a low blow. And, you know, that's how I looked at it. But again, at the end of the audio, Erica Mena started calling Spice a monkey. I think she called her a blue monkey. So, you know, social media was up in arms because they're like, what the fuck, girl? Like, now just call her a blue monkey. But in the same defense, Spice talked about her child first. Like, do y'all feel like that child comment was warranted? Or do y'all feel like after somebody say something about your kid, it's up? Like, what do y'all think about this situation? Like, who was wrong? Or y'all just like, they just all need to
I
grow up?
think Safari was being messy. He don't even like dark skinned women. His wife don't have shit to worry about, but he wanted to be messy and get them into it.
Yeah, he definitely, I feel like that way too. And I feel like he was very strategic. And you know, Erica Mena had a girl group that she talked to. She was friends with Bambi and Sierra, Glam Shop. And what Safari took it upon himself to do is he wanted to make sure he made it uncomfortable for all of them. So what does he do? He tries to talk to all the girls. How tacky.
Yeah, I
He
think
liked to set
Safari
her
was
off.
wrong, but I think that Spice was wrong because anytime you having a sit down with somebody, the energy already off because y'all got to talk about some shit, and now you want to bring up the kids like an aggressive type of conversation. Don't bring my kid up when we are and getting into it and having some meeting, and then you gonna say your son don't even like you. Like that was the trigger right there. Like now you playing on my time with my kid's name in your mouth. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, and that's facts. And to me, it kind of made me look at her sideways because it's like, girl, you want to fuck Safari? Like, why y'all having all these pillow talking meetings? And then why are you so intrigued to try to throw dirt in her face that her ex-husband is like, were you really her friend? Because to me, that's not traits of a real friend. Like, why are you up in the middle of me and my ex-husband's business? Like, if you want to remain neutral, remain neutral.
Right,
But
and then
you,
your whole problem.
yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, and then your whole problem for being mad at Erica is because her husband let you listen to a recording that you wasn't even supposed to never even hear about her checking her nigga about him fucking showing more emotions over a homegirl and his own wife. Like, I feel her on that point. Like, we sit up here, I'm your whole wife, and we having issues. You ain't showing me no emotion. I get it. You could cry for your friend if she fucked up or she almost died. Like, I get that. But nigga, our whole everything is dying right now, right in front of our face. And I'm your wife, and you ain't crying over that shit.
But sis, let me tell you why she
So that was
mad
on
though,
some whole
right?
other shit.
So this is why she mad. So when Spice had that like life, I mean that death experience, almost death experience in the hospital, Safari was there, sent her roses and do all types of shit for her in the hospital. But when Erica was going through the same thing when it came to their child and when she was giving birth, he was not there. He was not supporting her. So she already kind of felt some type of way like, damn, I'm your whole wife and you supposed to be there for me and our child, but you there for Spice and doing all of this weird shit for Spice. So yes, I felt some type of way. So what that was is he recorded it and basically let Spice listen to it. Right. And then kind of like placed her in a trick bag in a way. But at the same time, you a fuck nigga anyway. And then Spice, she was wrong as fuck for the things that she said at that fucking table when y'all were just having a normal conversation, talk about, well, Erica, you feel like you ain't never went through this and you the only person that been through this. That's not what she's saying. She's saying, you're supposed to be my friend And yes, I did feel some type of way that happened. Like, yes, so why the fuck when I feel some type of way that my man is up here supporting you and when you in the hospital and all of that stuff, when he never supported me as his wife. So yes, I felt some type of way. And yes, I said something. If you was in my predicament, you would have done the same shit. So how the fuck you get mad at her and then you gonna say something about her child? Well, your son don't even like you. Well, who the fuck is you talking to? You pillow talking with my nigga? Are you so?
Right.
Yeah, that's wild. Cause where else would you get that information from? Like, huh, girl?
Right. So of
Wait
course
a
she went up
minute.
like, oh, so now y'all pillow
And
talking. Got
Safari
it.
shady as fuck. Who does that to their wife, to their homegirl? Like, that's weird.
I know Erica Minute ain't called the call legend a monkey. She did not. She did not.
I think too, like in all honesty, like I feel like in that moment Spicy was acting like a motherfucking blue monkey, bitch, and you kind of look like one from sitting over here.
I just Googled one, Aaliyah. She does look
Yeah,
like one.
I mean it was
No, what
Wait.
did she
No,
do?
no,
hello,
no, no. Let's keep it real, right? Let's not think.
like
Okay, see, this is my thing, though. Now I feel like it's elective politicking. So when a black person can call another black person a monkey and shit, like these, okay, if we think that these Latinos and Dominicans and all of that stuff, they can use the language, they can use the N word, all of that stuff. Now that they call somebody a monkey, they racist. I'm confusion. So what is it like? Why are we
yeah.
selective politicking when it comes to them?
And the thing is, even if she did make a racist comment, if I come outside and talk to a white person, be like, yeah, with your dirty ass little kid, if they look at me and be like, you bitch ass nigga, I mean, I just talk shit about their kid. I can't be like, oh, you a racist. Like, bitch,
That's a
you
fact.
done tried it. Like, what?
Yeah, you can say a lot of shit
Yeah, when it comes
and not call me no motherfucking
to
nigga if you're a white boy.
anything,
He
Yeah,
but
said BSM. You like, no,
you
hell
can't take
no.
me
You
to
can say a
hell and
lot.
don't expect me to go lower.
Call me no
You
nigga
can't
though.
expect me like you cannot see this is the thing, like you can't control somebody's response to how they feel disrespected. Spice said it first. She started talking about her motherfucking son and how her son don't like her or saying all types of crazy ass shit. So yes, bitch, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I wanna say. Like you can't
But if your
politic
child
on
don't
her
like you, your
disrespect.
child don't like you. That's not Spice's fault.
What you mean it's not Spice's
But
fault,
who's
sis?
to
But you
say
just
that the
claim we're
child
supposed to
didn't
be
like
friends and throw in
her?
my face is
I mean,
crazy.
I don't know. You know, they be each other's circles, so there might be a little bit to it. And from what it looks like, Erica
What?
Minna hasn't had
Did
a,
you see the
you know,
clip, sis?
I don't need to clip. I don't need to, wait, there's a clip.
Yes. See, watch the clip, sis. You can see the disrespect. It was flowing out of her mouth. Watch it.
But at the end of the day, it is what it
yeah,
is.
because
I don't agree with the term monkey, though. That's crazy.
even if my kid don't like me, if we supposed to be cool, you not talk to me like that, playing with my child's name in your mouth. Don't even we already a little tense right now. Energy is way too high. Don't leave the kids out of
Sis, did you play the clip? Can y'all play the clip or play the
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah, they played it. BJ, if you hear, shout out to BJ. May can you run a clip so we can, listen in on our argument one more time? Who started this shit?
But why did you feel the need to compare us, though? Because at the time,
Any woman would have. And
why? Why would you compare?
your friend and
You're
he
his
felt that way. I
wife.
was his wife, and he felt nothing.
That don't have nothing to do with me. If he felt nothing for you, like, so it's just confusing.
So you're
like,
telling
why?
me if you were in my shoes, you're telling me you wouldn't feel no type of way as a woman?
What do you mean if I was in your shoes? In what
If
way? What do
you
you
were-
mean?
if-
Because I
if
feel
you
like
were
your
me-
problem is, Erica, you feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem. Really? I feel like you're acting like you're the first woman to be divorced and you're the first woman that's left with 2 children to fend for. I've been doing it for 14 years. Welcome to the club.
Girl,
Your
I've been
kids are
doing it
in
for
nowhere.
16.
Okay?
16.
Okay, with your
16
son that
as a
don't like you.
teenager.
My son loves me.
How do you know
So let's
about
talk
my
about
son?
that. Stop
How
always
do you
making
know
it
about
about
my
you.
son? Wait,
That's
how
what
do you
I'm
know about
talking.
my son?
You said I know that, right? That's what you said. Started the conversation and said, look.
You don't know about my I don't believe y'all just you. Grace is officially disgrace in my book. This woman was given a second chance at life by God. And here she is choosing to use that second chance at life to come at me and my son. It just speaks volumes on who she is. Once you cross the line and speak on my kids, just know we will forever have beef.
Spice, please stop!
Yeah,
Yeah,
as I
thank
stated.
you, Kiki Cakes.
You should have
That's a
died.
fact.
Y'all open the door. Let me out. Let me out. I'm gonna mash up in here. Let me out.
Yeah, we caught the
Your
gist.
son hates you.
Shout
Your
out to
son
BJ.
hates you. You monkey. You blue monkey.
Eric, I cannot believe you. You just called this girl a monkey and then said
Hello?
she should have died.
She looked
What
like
type
one.
of is
Yeah.
this? You
Okay.
have Jamaican children. Would you like if somebody called your children monkeys? You should have did that, Erica. That was out of line.
Safari is your karma. Serves you right. Why does everybody have a problem that my son does not want to be in the limelight? That is not my fault. I'm giving my son what the wants.
Then get off
So
the
one time
show.
I had him in the limelight, outside people raided his space. He is traumatized.
And get off the show. You're not a I don't know what you're talking about. You
Yeah,
spent
I wouldn't
all
even call
last
her a victim, sis.
season. No, but I'm gonna be real naughty. Let's call a spade, right? Like let's be real for once. Erica, sweetheart, come to the front real quick. Have a seat. Let's
Oh
talk.
wow, we're having intervention. Okay, let's
Yeah, we
let's
have
go.
to with Erica. Miss Erica Minute, please have a seat. Let's
Hold
talk,
on, let me get your
sister.
pad. You ready? You got
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
glasses
Yep.
on?
I got
Okay.
the the MD code on, right? We're putting
Oh,
MD in
okay,
front of
okay,
my
cool,
name. Yep.
cool.
So, sweetheart, come here. For the past 2 years, make correct me if I'm wrong. Your storyline has been revolving around you, your family, and Safari, has it not? You had many episodes and scenes with Safari, without Safari, crying and airing out your family business for the past let's say 2 years now. And you've been through the rough. I mean, you said you were starving yourself, you were having mental breakdowns, you were confining your friends all in front of the cameras. I mean, and you've been talking about how he doesn't take care of his kid and that, apparently his kid doesn't look like him. I mean, do you guys remember this or is it just me, right? This is the same woman who's been bringing in the fact that her kid, there's been accusations that, her youngest child isn't maybe not Safari's child, and that's been a storyline, and she allowed that. You brought your family to the show. Your storyline has revolved around you and your mental breakdowns regarding your family and the matters with Safari for the longest, especially with your children. You drug your children into this. And yet, fully understanding that you've aired out all of your family business, now you want to cry wolf and cry victim when people have something to say about it?
Mm.
You spent all last year trying to demonize Safari, not wanting to be a father. But sister, you're a mother. You brought all of that to us. We didn't want it, but here we are, right? And so Spice saying that you could possibly be a bad parent, I mean, hey, you've told us that you've been struggling financially for how long and you've been going through a divorce and you can't get child support. I mean, hey, you told us this, sweetheart. So I can only assume that maybe the parenting at home isn't very good, say because you don't have your father, you having mental breakdowns, you've been losing weight, and you aren't able to support yourself financially. So, I mean, is Spice wrong?
Yeah, I think the handed comment was wrong. If we're just gonna speak towards what we heard, right? I think that when she was having the conversation with Spice to try to unpack, and Spice was like, "Well, why did you bring me up? Right? Well, why did you bring me up in a conversation?" And she's saying, "Well, hey, I brung you up because this was my man, this was my husband, and I really felt some type of way when I was giving birth in the hospital, and he wasn't there for me, but he was there for you like that. And not to say I'm shitting on you. Yes, people are supposed to support you and be there for you, but I'm looking at his priorities. Like you're not there for your family and your kids, but you're there for random people or another friend when you need to be home with me, taking care of your children. So yes, I had that conversation with him, but I didn't know he was going to take it and record it and send it to you for you to listen to it. So that's what happened. And as a woman, you can't understand. I don't understand. So put yourself in my shoes that you wouldn't feel some type of way as a woman. And that's basically what she was saying. So she decided to go underhanded kind of comment, like a hateful ass comment, talking about her son or something like that had nothing to do with what she was talking about at the table. That's why she went crazy. She was being a hater. So hey, I hate that for her.
Shout out to the circle group of friends that you kick it with on camera.
I mean, listen, and it was just the thing that ate me up with this whole Spice thing. I love Spice. I just thought that she was being very messy. If I was Erica's a dramatic drama queen. I get it, with a big ass mouth. But I don't think it's fair just because she's light skinned. Somebody came at her and she came back. So now I feel like, oh, now let's just rally up all the black people. Like, no, 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 no. You're not going to just suck it and see me like that. Like, nah. She just called her kid. She just called her a deadbeat mom. And again, Erica said, how do you know that? Because my shit face of a husband told you that, probably? And why are y'all talking about me? Because to me, as a friend, if one of my girlfriends and their man is getting in an argument and they like, yeah, fuck you and all these bitches out here, I'm not gonna be like, oh, bitch, you talk about me? Like, I understand she mad right now. Like, why am I going to turn the sauce up and try to turn on? Like, to me, I feel like some statements don't even need to get addressed. So, Spice, if Safari came back to you with an audio, because as a grown-ass man, if you record a conversation you and your wife had personally, again, you're a weirdo. I don't know. Which y'all thinking?
I agree. That's what I'm
And
saying.
then
Like
save it to
I
get to
agree.
your
But I agree
hunger.
with what Tommy. Everything that you said, Tommy, I agree with you. Sis, no shade. But I'm saying if we're just speaking to this topic and what happened with them at that table, I do feel like again I don't understand how she couldn't see that. Like, hey, if you were a wife and you know your husband wasn't there for you and your child in the hospital, etc. And so he asked me why I'm mad, and I said, well, damn, you there for everybody else but your family is kind of crazy as fuck to me. Like, what the fuck? And then you record what I said to you when we were having a conversation and bring it to Spice, so she get upset and she like, wait, but I don't understand how you can't understand me and how I feel as a mom, as his wife. Like, why are you not understanding what I'm saying? Like, put me like, if you was in my shoes, you wouldn't know. I don't want to be in your shoes because you this and your son is this and la 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 la. Like, that's fucked up. So you just took that conversation and ran with it just to throw some shade at me.
I don't
So
think Spice
Yes.
did shit wrong.
I know you wouldn't.
Who
It
said
ain't
that?
it ain't it ain't her fault. Like it ain't her fault that her husband
Mm,
got more comfortability to talk to his friend than his own
Not
wife.
geek.
no, wow.
I'm just saying, I don't even know nothing about this. I'm just saying, like, Spice didn't do nothing wrong. She's just sitting there like, you want me to feel sorry for you about some shit that I ain't even got nothing to do with. Like, that's crazy. It ain't my fault that your husband trusts me more than you. Do something about it. Talk to him.
But you're
Take it
supposed
up
to
with
be my
him.
friend.
Take it up with
What?
him.
But the gag is he doesn't really like her more than he's doing all of this stuff. It
Out
seems
of
to spite
spite.
Erica, right? Because there's no way you're going to every friend in my group saying, yo, you want to talk to me? You know, I always have eyes for you. No, you want to talk to me? It's like, that's like Erica Mena going in every, just forcing herself to be in Safari's men groups. It's so many women out there. Again, to me, what I seen Safari doing, it was just pretty much a time like you out here being a $2 whore, my nigga. You seen
Mm-mm.
Spice going up for clout. Your songs are really not popping like that. The last clout you had was Nicki Minaj. So what do? You don't really care about this woman. You want the clout.
And be trying to make people
That's
jealous.
it.
Like, remember that, remember we talked about Real Housewives of Atlanta, and remember that clip where Drew and her husband got into it and they went to a party and all the housewives was there. And so when he got to the house, he literally hugged everybody but her. Like it's like a
Oh
spiteful
yeah.
ass nigga, like the Megan the Good shit, right? That you're a spiteful ass nigga and you decide to do all of this campaigning and shit while she's with another man because you're hurt. Like, so niggas be doing shit when they're hurt. They are petty too. So he was being petty. He recorded a conversation and knew exactly what's gonna do to hurt their friendship. So he got in between their friendship and now this is what he did. So that's some bitch ass shit. So you're gonna record my conversation, send it to Spice so she can listen to it so me and her can get into it because you a scoring fuckface ass nigga. I hate that for him.
That's what I'm saying. It all fall back on Safari. Like at the end of the day, so she could get mad at Spice and all that shit. Is really your husband. Check
But
your
you let
husband.
that man come in between us like
But
you didn't
Spice
have to
was the
stand
one.
away.
Yeah, Spice was the one geek. So mind you, imagine, her ex-husband coming back to her with all this information. So instead of Spice, to me, being a real friend, just listening, what she instead decided to do, she decided like, oh, I'm okay. You done recruited me to hate on this girl. So to me, it's almost like, what are you sleeping with the nigga? Cause how that's like me and Naughty being cool, and because Naughty called me ugly one time in the room because she was calling everybody ugly, Geek come over and like, look, you think Naughty fuck with you? And I'm like, you know what? Naughty is a bitch. And it's like, damn, that's all it took for you to turn. And then
Well,
that's
that's
just
not that fault.
crazy. I mean, I know that'll never happen, but I'm just
I
saying,
know, but
cause
I'm just
my
saying when you
my
said all
doll
these other
face.
things, like,
You put mad emphasis on that shit.
yes, you said it real hard as fuck.
Oh, what did I say? Naughty a bitch. what I say?
No, it's okay, sis. I'm just
I
cracking up because
holler.
you were funny as fuck.
I'm sorry. Y'all know I just be so animated. I don't know why.
I would if I get in, I could never get into it with you one time. Y'all would cry.
I know. But you know what? The thing is that I feel like we have enough respect for each other to have a difference of opinion
Uh
without,
huh.
letting it go there. Like, why? If you truly honor somebody as a friend, why would you hit that low below the belt? You know, that's crazy to me.
Or feel like you can't be checked by your friends. Like my
Yeah.
friends know that if I'm in the wrong, they can call me at any given time to say, "Ho, sis, let's have a conversation. This is how I feel." And it's nothing wrong with that. I take that understanding that, hey, if I could be wrong or not, but just to listen. But at the same time, why did Spice get in that trick bag? If you know that was his intentions, like you should have asked yourself a few questions. Wait, why did you record her and why did you let me hear it? So why would you even do that? Like, and I
That's
hate when
next
people do that because you feel
level.
like it's not nothing that I can't say in your face. Bitch, I'm not talking behind your back. I'm talking to my nigga and we're having a conversation. I felt some type of way and I told him, bitch, I didn't tell you. So if he bring that to you, how the fuck you didn't understand that? Bitch, that was in a conversation between me and him, not all three of us. Because if I needed to come to you to tell you, I would have said that. But since you know now, why the fuck can you can't empathize my feelings and how I feel that this nigga is there for you trying to play on your time and buttering you up and doing it in spite because of me. He's doing it in spite.
And it's not like she was on the recording saying, "Oh, I can't fucking stand Spice. She a fake ass bitch. She look like a
Right.
blue." Like, that
Right.
would be different, but all she said was like, "What, you over there crying for her? But you wasn't crying for your family." Like, what? What's so hard to understand about that? She was mad, she was on one, and she said some shit that a lot of women will fucking say to their motherfucking husband that they love and still won't, but he ain't showing that he want her like he, sometimes acts or claims that he is, but then he's over there fucking crying about your homegirl. Like, yeah, I would be like, if I'm not crying, then like, what? I don't know. It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
Nah, I agree with you. And I mean, I think for Spice just not to be able to understand that, it really makes me question her motives. Like I said, people are quick to say they're your friend, but bitch, was you? It didn't take too much. I think that's why Erica was sitting at the table lost. Like, girl, where is all this coming from?
She already was feeling some type of way.
Yeah. No, I hate that for them. The shit's crazy. And it's but let's keep it 100 though. Like if we was in conversations, I probably would have said bitch. I cannot imagine her saying that. So you over there for that bitch and you went out motherfucking for this bitch and you over there in the hospital for that bitch and I'm over here saying with your motherfucking kids and you ain't do like what the fuck? Like, and it's not me saying it like I hate you or nothing, but it's just me saying, bitch, I'm upset, I'm mad. This nigga tried me and he tried to play my shit in front of my motherfucking face like I ain't see the play. And I don't understand how the fuck you didn't see the play when he recorded our conversation and sent it to you. Because obviously he's trying to break a wedge, but I don't understand how you can't empathize us having this conversation and you being in my shoes. But me saying if you was in my shoes made you go above and beyond and go left and to talk about my kids and all this extra weird shit. That's not what the fuck we were talking about.
Come
Correct.
together. And this is what's going on.
Mm-mm-mm. I wish a bitch would.
So when you look at it, think about you with somebody, whether it's your boyfriend, you dating him or your husband, and then your whole girl, y'all go sit down and talk about some shit, and she fucking talking about something that you said to only your dude, and she heard it on a recording. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, and the fact that you bringing in said evidence to try to check me on it, like, bitch, why are you even kicking with my nigga like that? Like, I know you trying to come check me, but that didn't have nothing to do. Why are you centering yourself in this situation? Because it didn't have shit to do with it. You want my nigga? Because that's what it sounded like. I ain't gonna lie. Spice was out of
Sound
line.
like they fucking already. I was just gonna be
Right?
quiet.
Yeah, because it sounded like, I mean, how he was able to get you in the palm of his hands that easy. I felt like that was fairly easy to just get her to switch up on you. And now you talking about my kid. Like, hello? You ain't even start talking about my weed first. It's like you was waiting. You was practicing that line on the way in the car. You was like, if this bitch say anything, I'm going right to talk about how she a dirty ass whore and she don't take care of her kid. Like, damn.
She was like, well, you and your baby father ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't got nothing to do with me. No, bitch, it did have something to do with you because he put you in a trick bag. Not only did he put you in a trick bag, you can obviously see that he tried it. You, my friend, I done told you what this man did to me and everything like that and how he wasn't there, but he playing you like he just care for you so motherfucking much, sending you flowers and the fucking, like, all of this extra weird shit. But, bitch, you can't see that? How you not understanding that? And how you don't get where I'm coming from? Like you're just oblivious to what I'm saying and what we get into it with, how we get into it.
Yeah, I think that's wild. If any nigga of mine, like if you recording conversations, that's wild to me. Like I people like that, like you're trying to recruit haters, like nigga, say it with your big chest. Like you're trying to really, you on some bitch shit. Like you're recording our conversations, like nigga, pull out your big mic so I can tell it to the world. Like it's just giving corny. If you do that, you'll record anything. You record our sex moments. You'll drop my sex tapes. Again, I know y'all feel like I'll be taking it too far, but I feel like patterns are patterns. This nigga, I don't know. That's a
Hell
little
yeah,
wild.
you record your wife or your husband and then give it to a friend, like, for the world? Mm-mm. That's some different shit.
That's a huge no. Bambi did the same thing to Lil Scrappy. Now, granted, y'all know I don't be agreeing with everything Lil Scrappy do, but exactly like you said, this is your husband. This is your wife. You're recording conversations. And then even with Scrappy and Bambi, she recorded a conversation they were having about his child.
Yeah, that was weird.
As fuck. Like, what, girl? That's wild. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, no matter, even if me and you are going at it, we going Chinese turkey, like, I'm cussing you out, just whatever. When we walk outside, I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all, what's up? And every time somebody cut their eye, I'm gonna flip you the bird. Like, I
Trying
swear
to
to
spin a
God. Like,
narrative.
hello?
That's what I'm saying, trying to spin a narrative. That's why I feel